yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called RiduZone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to RiduZone.com and try today. You're going to love it. RiduZone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
MoJo 50. The question isn't who's going to let us. The question is who's going to stop us. Adjust your mojo now. Thank you. Mothership has landed. Doc Thompson. Brad Staggs. The mighty MoJo 50.
Crisis? What crisis? What emergency? Apprehensions of migrants along the nation's southern border, the highest in more than a decade. Creating what the top U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials described Tuesday as a mushrooming crisis that threatens to overwhelm federal authorities. Don't take my word for it. This is Salvador Zamora. He is the division chief of the U.S. Border Patrol along the southern border.
The U.S. Border Patrol protects and safeguards the ports in between the ports of entry. That is a total of 6,000 miles, 4,000 with Canada, 2,000 with the United States, and another 2,000 in the Florida Peninsula and Puerto Rico. Again, the U.S. Border Patrol patrols in between the ports of entry. And just last year, for example, the U.S. Border Patrol made about 400,000 apprehensions. That averages to about 1,100 per day.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yes.
1,100 a day.
A day. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Just making sure everybody was paying attention there.
Of those 1,100 per day, there are, again, individuals from all over the country, from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. We encounter criminal aliens with domestic dispute violence type of crimes, to narcotics violators, to crimes, serious crimes, to include the various gangs that we're hearing in the news, whether it be Mara Salvatrucha or others that we encounter every day. The Border Patrol has seen a tremendous increase from last year. We have seen a 30% increase of apprehensions fiscal year 18 to fiscal year 17. What we've seen since the beginning of fiscal year 19, that's October, November, December, that is 160,000 apprehensions.
Wow.
We are on pace to break last year's record of, last year's statistics of 400,000. And the concern is that we're gradually increasing to our record lows. We're getting to those points to where addressing the problem now is what we're attempting to do. If not, it will break all-time records, which we saw in the early 2000s, right? Of one.
Okay. How can Congress sit there and say, what crisis?
Yeah, well, I have theories. One of them involves the fact that right now the party's being taken over by radicals. Because you have to remember, there was not that long ago during the Obama...
The Democrats.
Yeah. It was not, there was not that long ago that you had the Democratic leaders like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid and stuff like that literally telling you that border walls do help. In fact, they are on... They are on record. They are on video. I could play the audio right now.
It's stunning.
It is stunning. It is stunning. Here, turn me up, because this is Chuck Schumer right here. This is Chuck Schumer in 2009.
All right. The American people are fundamentally pro-legal immigration and anti-illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration. which the American people overwhelmingly oppose.
Look at this.
If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong.
And this is why I hate politics.
Yep. But you have to understand now, the radicals they're literally taking over the Democratic Party. And so what you're going to end up having is a whole bunch of Democrats who want to stay in power,
right,
thinking that they have to go to these radical positions, which they completely opposed not that long ago, but a decade ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're going to sit there and tell you, oh, there's no border crisis.
Right.
There's no border crisis. Nothing bad is happening here. You have Beto O'Rourke literally sitting behind a border wall going, there's nothing here. He sounds exactly like Barack Obama.
I was going to say, he sounds a lot like him.
He really does. He is kind of a white Obama. But this is kind of like the party of Democrats now. So they're going to literally, to your detriment, in order to stay in power, remember, this is what it's about, staying in power, tell you that, no, there's nothing happening at the border right now. There's no sex trafficking, no drugs. Okay?
Right.
There's no violence. There's no gangs, no cartels. There's nothing. It's all just a big racist ploy by the Republicans to put up a wall that we don't need.
Yeah.
Because they want you to, they're trying to scare you.
It's for the children.
They're trying to scare you. By the way, the world's going to end in 12 years if we don't stop climate change. But no, there's no border crisis.
And to be fair, the Republicans are just as bad as the Democrats. I mean, now you've got, was it Rand Paul said he's not going to support the national emergency, the border wall. They couldn't get this done when they had the House and the Senate, and
that drives me absolutely
they had
insane.
all the power they needed, and they still didn't get it done.
Yeah.
Neither side. And when I say neither side, I mean Republicans and Democrats. Neither one of the parties want that wall.
This is why I was sitting here saying like it drove me crazy that throughout the entire Republican campaign for Trump, it was give us power, give us the House, and give us the Senate, give us the president, and we will do everything that we said that we would, like everything that you want. We'll get it done.
All we need both houses, and then. We just need the White House.
Yeah,
now you had everything.
You had everything. So how come it didn't happen? That's my question right now. However, I mean, hats off. I'm going to give him a compliment sandwich here. All right, thank you for the GOP tax cuts. Yeah, that was great. That was great. I want more of that, please. I realize that we're probably not going to get more of that now that Democrats are on the House.
No.
But let's accomplish the goals that we can while we have the power. All right. While you are elected officials who have been elected to office, do the job that you were elected to do.
Which is chase Trump and try to prove Russian collusion and try to prove that he's done something wrong with his taxes and try, 81 different agencies or people have been subpoenaed now for documents. I mean, it's something crazy.
I'm so over it.
The one good thing I will say is that, and this happens every time Congress goes down some rabbit hole, is it kind of sits there and nothing happens, which is better than some of the crap that they do try to pass. But there are enough problems in this country. They could be working on those instead of some made up bullshit.
Well, let's remember. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I mean, let's remember that this is all about keeping the public on their heels. All right. So long as there's this tiny modicum of suspicion that Trump is actually doing something wrong, despite the fact that we have absolute proof that the Democrat side is doing stuff wrong.
Right, yes.
Despite never mind on that. What they need is to make sure that the media is focused on exactly the same thing all the time, which is Trump is untrustworthy. If they can plant that seed into the minds of the public, Trump's job will be that much harder.
This time they've got him. This time, with this scandal, this time they've got him.
Yep.
They've got the goods on him.
Yep. This time, it's different.
They're going to
bring him down. They're going to bring him down. Maxine Waters is like, we're going to impeach Trump. It's annoying. It is super annoying. Why? Why would you? Just look. If you can't, this is a very interesting point. If you're resorting to that kind of chicanery.
You don't hear that word very often.
Yeah, I just decided to break it out. And I tried it on. Thank you. It looks good on me.
Suits you well.
If you're going to break out that kind of chicanery, obviously, you don't really have much of an argument as far as like an argument that can survive in the realm of ideas. Obviously, you don't really have much to bring against the Republicans. There's something wrong with your agenda. And I can guarantee you they know that because, once again, 10 years ago, they were just talking about how, oh, yeah, we know that illegal immigration is wrong. Okay? We need to stop trying to use flowery words to paint it as right. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, but now today, it's no. Well, we changed. Oops. We thought this way the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Rahm Emanuel busted out this old chestnut.
And Mexico will pay for the wall.
By the way, this is a 30-second campaign ad, and on the screen it said, when he pitched his wall, Trump promised Mexico would pay.
100%. And Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Believe me. They're going to pay for the wall. And they're going to enjoy it, okay?
He failed to make Mexico pay.
That music is so sad.
Paid for by Chicago for Rahm Emanuel. That's what it said at the bottom of it. So that is Rahm Emanuel's campaign, Jim. That is what he's building his empire on.
Yeah, I don't want to take any kind of lip from Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, how about Mr. Emanuel? How about you just focus on, I don't know, the people that are getting slaughtered every day in your city?
Yeah,
there's that.
He's got more things to worry about than what Trump is supposedly doing.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he failed to get Mexico to pay for the wall. I didn't think he was actually going to get Mexico to pay for the wall from the very beginning.
I don't know that anybody did.
I'm not necessarily heartbroken that he failed to do that. Okay.
It would have been nice of somebody. Why don't we? How about instead of giving foreign aid to companies like countries like Mexico and everybody else that we dole out money to? Mm-hmm. I don't know. How about we take that money and build a wall?
Here's something that I thought was interesting. Did you know that for the longest time we were actually funding Hamas activity during the Barack Obama administration?
Not surprised in the least.
So here's the whole entire thing. There is the Muslim Brotherhood, the Palestinian kind of government thing. There was a story that broke out not long ago. I think it was like 2017. And apparently this guy who belonged to a terrorist group, or he belonged to the Muslim Brotherhood or whatever, he jumps the border into Israel, performs some kind of like cleansing ritual that they do, and then walked into a home of a Jewish family who were celebrating something.
Right.
And proceeded to just stab the crap out of everyone, tried to slaughter the entire family. The only reason that he was stopped is because their next door neighbor is a member of the IDF. He was armed and ready to go. He shot the guy through the window. And the guy survived, and he's going to prison. He managed to kill 3 people, though. Now, in Israel, if you are a terrorist, something like that, you get a decade of prison time per person that you kill. Now, on the Muslim Brotherhood side,
sounds kind of light. Actually.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought too.
Okay.
Now, on the opposite side, for the Muslim Brotherhood, or whatever governing authority is there, he gets rewards per every person that he killed. Yeah,
like monetary rewards?
Yes, monetary rewards. Okay, and he killed 3 Jewish people. And you also not only get monetary rewards, you get a government position. So he actually obtains
this is not a video game, right? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a video game.
He did achieve the high score, and so he's going to once he gets out of prison, he will be granted one of the highest offices a civilian can get within that government. Right now, for the longest time, we were sending. It was a Palestinian Authority. We were sending money. The U.S. government was sending money to the Palestinian Authority.
Right.
By like the millions, okay? So that means that for the longest time, especially under the Barack Obama administration, what would happen is terrorists would go out, kill people, kill Jewish people specifically, and then they would be rewarded for it, all right, by the Palestinian Authority that we were giving money to. So we were essentially paying.
We were funding it.
Yeah. Trump stopped that. Right?
You don't hear about that, though. You don't hear about him stopping that.
No, you don't hear about him stopping that. But that's just money that we saved.
Right.
So my question is, what else is going on that we haven't heard about that is being stopped?
Plenty.
That we could then turn around and use to construct our wall. You know, that we could stop. Because, I mean, like some of the stuff that we are funding is quite immoral.
Yeah.
Like there was even just recently, during the spending bill, during the government shutdown, the Democrats were all about sending money to foreign countries for abortion. We are funding abortion in foreign countries. Why? Why were we doing that?
And again, that's a Rule 5 violation.
There's some things that I feel like we could probably cut back on just to save a few bucks and possibly use that money in order to build a wall. But that's just me.
This is one of those days I'm going to hit my head against the wall. The proverbial wall, that is. At least a good guy with a gun was able to stop the bad guy in that story.
An Israeli Defense Force soldier, though, so he's like a baby killer.
Yeah.
He's the worst kind of person on planet. He's like Gal Gadot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot's a horrible person, according to the feminists.
Of course.
Who we don't need somebody like that playing Wonder Woman. Someone who's supremely good looking and is also a good person and also defends the innocent. We don't need that.
We need more good people. We need more good guys with guns, and where they get those guns should be traguns.com.
Oh, yeah, son.
See how I worked that in there?
Oh, yeah.
You ever heard of a 1911? The gun, the 1911?
That is the first gun I ever owned. It is continuously my favorite gun.
That was actually the standard issue sidearm for the United States Armed Forces from, guess what year?
1911.
Thank you. To 1986. It was widely used in World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam. Its formal designation as of 1940 was the automatic pistol caliber 45 M1911.
Ah, such a beautiful gun.
And if you go to traguns.com, you will find in all of its glory the Sig Sauer 1911 Nightmare 45 ACP.
Oh, that just gave me the chills to even hear.
It's a badass gun. And it is one of those guns that you can look at in all of its beautiful glory in 365 degrees of beauty. It is a stunning, stunning gun.
When he says beauty, by the way, I want you guys to understand, the 1911 is probably the most beautiful creation ever conceived of by man.
It is really.
And then they improved on it.
It is really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Guy behind the glass, can you take my screen?
Rondolph.
Morning,
fellas. Morning, Rondolph. How you doing, buddy?
Don't tell me Isaac's dead.
Isaac is not dead.
Oh,
Isaac
good.
is on vacation. Interns get vacation.
When
here.
when people do not show up for work here, I know they're not dead, are they?
No.
Look at the night.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Is a beautiful gun, and seriously, you can see fingerprints on the barrel. That's how clear these images are at traguns.com. And that's the Sig Sauer against the 1911, the Nightmare 40. But you know why it's a nightmare?
Gun.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nightmare for anybody who's staring down the hole at the front.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. traguns.com. If you're a good guy, you need a gun.
Can I tag on to that statement real quick, Brad?
Please do.
So we do have a gun giveaway going on at this particular point in time.
What?
We do?
Tar River Arms is giving away a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380.
Did I know that?
It is being sponsored. The giveaway is being sponsored by Unleashed, the Jeremy Hansen Show.
Okay.
If you go to mojo50.com/register to win, mojo50.com/register to win.
Could we not think of a longer URL?
You can put your email in and you'll become registered to win this Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380.
Oh, that's a nice gun too. It's like it's very look at this concealed. Like you could conceal that anywhere.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's awesome.
And I like Smith & Wesson.
The Smith & Wesson is pretty much the standard now,
I've got my 38, my Smith & Wesson 38. I brought it in last week. It's my favorite gun to shoot. It's an incredible revolver. It's got a hair trigger on it. It's really nice. Ooh. So, all right. So it's mojo50.com/register to win. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah. I was going to try to bring it up here on the screen, but I don't think it.
When did that start?
Last night.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
last night.
What I need is for all of our listeners
/register to win. Are we eligible? Can we?
We are not.
Why?
Man.
Why? How come we're not? I mean,
that's discrimination. That's discrimination is what that is.
Ooh, that's pretty. Damn, that is nice. Did that got a built-in laser sight on it?
It's built-in laser sight, yes.
My word.
I'm moist.
Must be 21 or older to win.
Why?
And you must be able to receive.
Why do you have to be 21?
Because you have to be able to receive the FFL transfer.
You have to be 21 to get.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
When did that happen? I thought you had to be 18.
No, well, statists, dude. The statists intervened.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I should study.
It's
there you
okay.
go. That's a nice gun. Very nice gun. And it could be yours if the price is right. All right.
I see what you did there.
So it's traguns.com and then go to mojo50.com/register to win, to enter to win. There's something you wanted to bring up, by the way?
Oh, yeah. This goes out to all the code monkeys.
That is you. That's your little group of sycophants.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
That's my following.
Mm-hmm.
That's my following.
Your little posse.
My pothy, my monkey pothy.
Posse person.
Code monkeys and also jackholes, because you know that audience kind of is also one and the same,
right?
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Right now on my Twitter at the Brandon Morse, I've also done a hashtag what I learned today and code monkeys. You'll find a poll.
I think that's this one.
But not that kind of poll.
Okay.
Not that exciting, sorry. Yesterday, I goofed. I told you guys that I was going to create a poll off of Rocky with an I's advice about what I should call Unboxing Friday, my new segment every Friday where we unbox your mail, the mail that you send us. We've already got some stuff, and I cannot wait to open it. However, we're trying to find a name for it, and Brown Panther and I...
How about opening your stuff?
See, Brad, why weren't you around when...
I don't know.
So we've got 3. We narrowed it down to 3.
Okay.
All right. We've got Doc in a Box. It's my Doc in a Box.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't really describe what you're doing.
No, but I really did that because I want to create I just want to create the jingle for it.
Well,
I can play it whenever.
And I think there's something already called the Doc in the Box, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like
a doctor thing.
Yeah, like a doctor. Yeah, the Doc in the Box.
Right.
Which is happening in Texas. I love it.
So that'd be stupid to call it that because there already exists that.
Man,
so.
Brad, why
What's
you
your
gotta,
next one?
Man, I was really looking forward to creating a jingle for it if it won. The other one is Monkey Box. These are all suggested by the fans, by the way.
One.
These are all suggested by the fans, by the way.
Okay.
And then we're just narrowing it down. And then Farkin Box Friday.
Farkin Box Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Monkey Box.
You like Monkey Box? Well, then go to the Brandon Morse on Twitter right now and cast your vote.
All right.
Because I have the poll up on Twitter right now.
All right.
You do that.
Yeah.
Everyone else, go there right now.
Yeah.
To my Reddit, to my Twitter page, and cast your vote. The winner is what we will call the segment every Friday now.
I think Monkey Box is a good one.
You like Monkey Box? Then cast your vote for Monkey Box, Brad.
I'm not winning.
You're not winning? Oh, who's winning? I haven't looked at it.
Doc in the Box is
Doc in the Box!
56%.
Wow!
To 35% from Monkey Box to Farkin Box Friday.
Uh-huh.
With 9%.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I wonder how many votes. How many votes have I gotten so far? I just now
23.
started it. Wow, 23, and I just now started it.
23 votes.
Things
right,
are
so
looking good.
We'll
Things are looking
retweet
good.
that.
Yeah, so Doc in the Box is winning at 59%.
All right. There you go. I still think Monkey Box is better. How about peering into your Monkey Box?
Peering into my Monkey Box? Peering into my Monkey Box Friday?
Looking into your Monkey Box Friday.
When you look into the Monkey Box.
Right?
The Monkey Box.
See?
Looks back.
Don't look him in the eye. That's my evil monkey.
I like Garage Sale Friday.
Garage Sale Friday.
I like that too.
Because you know that's what's going to happen.
People are just like, what can I get rid of?
People are looking around their house right now going,
So wait, so this is it can be anybody sending you anything.
It could be anything. Like if they found something, like if they created art, or if they just heard something on the show or something that just kind of sparked them to want to go out and send me something, or even if they just have silly stuff laying around the house that they want to send me.
Yep,
they
Garage
can do
Sale
that.
Friday.
Yep, Garage Sale Friday. That's also good,
that's
Ron.
a good
That's
one.
actually a good one. I wish I could retroactively put that in. Garage Sale Friday.
That's a good one because
send me the crap that you don't want anymore.
That's like the shop and swap that we used to do in Lancaster, California. KAVL. It was the
Friday flea market.
Yeah, it was it. Except that's good too.
What? Where were you guys when I was creating these names?
What, you didn't ask?
Well, I guess that is my fault then.
See?
My apologies.
Back in Lancaster, it was the well, Bob is called in. Bob has a tractor. And Bob also has 3 bales of hay, so we got a tractor and 3 bales of hay that if you're interested, Bob's willing to he's willing to trade those out if you have an irrigation system or perhaps a dog.
There's a little radio station in East Texas where Misty grew up that does that.
Yep.
That's what they do every morning.
And you know what?
People call in and go, I got some crap.
I got some stuff. I got an old dresser drawer. It's
an old just the drawer.
It's just a drawer. I don't. My wife made me throw away the dresser part because it was falling up. The back had come off and everything. So you wouldn't want that. But I got the drawer. I mean, you could hang this on the wall. It could be a shelf. What you laughing at?
Could be a dog bed, you know.
Could be a dog. You dogs having puppies. That's a great place for them to lay down.
Let me tell you.
Well, we have a guest coming up. Fascinating guest, by the way. If our phones work, we'll find that out next. It's your Daily Mojo.
Happily promoting Adjust Your Mojo now. Thank you. Mojo 50.
I'm Mike Opelka from PureOpelka.com. Here's your 2-minute drill. I'm stepping into a little bit of pop culture stuff today. You know, we've got the documentary about Michael Jackson that is causing all kinds of discussion as to whether or not Jackson's music should be pulled from radio, etc. And R. Kelly was interviewed on CBS today by Gayle King. And she asked him a question I don't think he answered. Listen.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
how stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way past, to hold somebody?
So, did he answer it? She asked a direct question.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
I don't need to. Why would I? Shouldn't you answer that question with, of course I did not. I never did. And then R. Kelly proceeds to get into a full-on unspooling rant.
Quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
The full interview with R. Kelly is all over the internet. If you're on Twitter, I have tweeted out links to it. You can watch it. I thought Gayle King did a pretty remarkable job. I find her to be a decent journalist in the middle of the mainstream media. So how about that? We will continue watching the R. Kelly story. Till next time. Testudo, my friends. Testudo.
Mike Opelka's 2-minute drill is powered by MoJoWildRice.com. Their wild rice is a superfood, gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol-free, yet high in fiber, protein, zinc, phosphorus, and trace minerals. But you're going to love it because it's delicious. MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com.
The Daily Mojo.
Well, it's a good day not to be Judith Strang's grandmother. Judith, that is, took a picture of her grandmother while her grandmother was posing on a throne-shaped iceberg that started floating away from shore while her grandmother was still on it. Apparently, they were in, I think it was Antarctica, where she...
You know, back in the
Why
day...
would you sit on an unanchored throne?
Well, you don't think about it when you're standing on an iceberg. I mean... You don't think the thing's going to float away? It's in
Rondolph, that's a very good, metaphorical question, too.
Are you suggesting that they weren't thinking when they were taking these
throne?
These
I think Grandma set this up.
Hey, you know what?
I think Grandma was like, okay, I'm out of here.
You know what's funny?
Possible.
Back in the day, the Eskimo people, whenever they would, it was their elders' time, they would send them a float on an iceberg. So maybe...
Like a pool float?
Yeah,
they'd send them a pool float.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe there was another.
Maybe she was just saying Grandma, it's your time.
It could be. Isn't that what they did to Darth Vader?
An alternative method.
Lit him on fire and pushed him out.
She gets together and she goes, guys, I've got an idea.
Grandma has a lot of money.
We could put her in a home, or
we could put her on an iceberg.
There's a perfectly good iceberg right here.
Yeah, well, there's that. All right, let's welcome our guest in. Horst Schulze is and I hope I said that name right. He is he founded Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. Oh. He was the COO for a very long time, and he began a new company called the Capella Hotel Group. It's an ultra-luxury hotel brand with hotels in Europe and Asia, and he just wrote a book, brand new book called Excellence Wins, a no-nonsense guide to becoming the best in a world of compromise. Mr. Schulze, good morning. Do I have to hit that, or are you hitting that? Ah, there you are. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm great, thank you. A little bit freezing in New York, but otherwise I'm fine.
It's cold. And let me tell you, in Texas, where it's supposed to be hot, it's 28 degrees.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, I think it's...
But I'm very confused and frightened.
No kidding. So, yeah. You've seen a few things in your day, my friend.
I sure did, yes.
And
yes, because that means I'm pretty old, but yes, I did. Yeah.
Not at all. This is the interesting thing, because we always say that customer service is not only dead, but it's buried 6 feet in the ground. And your book essentially discusses the way, which should be common sense, that really the key to success and the key to being the best is really focusing on the customer, right?
Well, isn't it amazing? If it is common sense, why isn't it done?
Right.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Well, absolutely. And the crazy thing about this is simply that we know if you purchase anything, it doesn't matter what it is. You have three expectations. One, that the product is defect free.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if that's a bottle of water, hotel stay, or car. Number two, that you get it in time. And number three, that the people who give it to you are nice to you. And here's the crazy thing. The being nice is the greatest driver of customer satisfaction and eventually loyalty. So why wouldn't we process this and make sure it actually happens? We process everything else, but we hope that good service happens. Crazy.
It really is crazy.
That's insane. Why would anyone want good service?
Well, and that is why do you think that customer service in recent decades has simply vanished, given a few pockets here and there? Why do you think it's gone away?
Well, altogether, it's simply because our total concentration in management and leadership is to make money, and the cost and the money and the income. And because that's where we get the applause. Mm-hmm. If I'm a manager somewhere and I'm making good profit, my headquarters 2,000 miles away applauds me, gives me a promotion, gives me a bonus, and so on. They don't question from the corporate office, was the customer satisfied? That's not a question. Right. So consequently, with what's in everything, the concentration is not anymore on what makes money. The concentration is on the money rather than on what makes money.
Well, and that's that's always been the advice that I was given in the work environment, was don't ever try to chase the dollar. Chase what you're passionate about. Chase what you love to do, because if you do that, the money will come. Was that your driving philosophy when you started Ritz-Carlton, or no?
No, I didn't chase what I'm passionate about. I'm chasing what the customer is passionate about.
Aha.
That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Concentration on the market. What does the market want? And concentrate on that, and deliver that better. I'm working with a wonderful bank in Texas right now, and we look at it and say, what are the 20 things that our customer wants from us? Let's concentrate on those things and make them better, superior to the competition, and we will eventually be the leader. That's what it is. Concentrate, and the money will come. No question about it. Concentrate, not what I want. That's a study of one. That's irrelevant. What is relevant is what the market wants.
I'm curious as to what you think about the rise of online shopping and how that's affected the way that we interact with each other in terms of goods and services.
Yes, it depersonalizes everything, of course.
Yeah.
Yet, even there, I should concentrate what does the customer want. How does the customer want to deal with me? and all the big technical companies. Try and call them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think they care what the customer wants?
No.
When it rings a million times and then you come back, talk to the machine, and then you put on hold for an hour.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't really care about the customer.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a good point with Amazon. Let's take as an example. Amazon. It's very easy to order something. It generally now comes within a very short period of time, so it's right there on your doorstep. But when you have to return something, that's where you run into the friction points.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when, especially if you have to interact with a human being, most times that we've had to do it, there's always been a friction point. At that point in time, the person on the other end of the line does not seem to care, and that's where you're saying the real problem is.
Yeah, because you're just
another that's where the problems are. And here, that happens to be a great moment when you can create real loyalty with the customer. If you have a problem, that's why I'm teaching in the book that every employee should be certified in problem resolution. If you have an issue, if the business is norm, you don't think about it. But if you have an issue and you go back and you handle it with excellence, then you believe in that company, trust them, and you become loyal. Loyalty, by the way, customer loyalty is nothing more than the customer trusts you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the stuff that I break apart in the book.
We're talking with Horst Schulze. He's the author of the new book, Excellence Wins, A No-Nonsense Guide to Becoming the Best in a World of Compromise. I'm guessing that you subscribe to the old adage, it takes a very long time to get a customer and only an instant to lose them.
Absolutely. And everybody in an organization should be focused on keeping the customer. Number one rule in a company should be never lose a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way to go out of business. And I always thought that this was an urban legend, but in the Ritz-Carlton business, did you establish the policy that any employee was able to spend up to $2,000 to solve any guest problem?
Yes, I did. And can you imagine the fireworks after I did that? Owners of hotels, and everybody, it was a firework, and people tried to sue me, the investors, and so that I did that. And guess what?
Wow.
It was a major success. It nothing but created loyalty, excitement, PR. It was a major. Nobody ever gave $2,000. The waiter in the morning, when he said to the guest that came down, "How was your stay?" And the guest said, "Well, not so good. My TV didn't work, or my toilet didn't flush, or whatever." Mm-hmm. In that moment, the waiter owns the toilet and is to say, and that is problem resolution. Please forgive me, not I call a manager. Please forgive me. And in fact, I feel bad. I buy your breakfast. Guess what happened to that guest? That's a lifelong guest after that.
Yeah.
They tell people how great the company is and so on. I'm happy to pay a breakfast for a customer that maybe lifetime spends $200,000 with me.
Sure.
For sure.
And so $2,000 was nothing. And of course I didn't do it because I thought, let's give money away. I wanted to keep the customer. That's it.
That's brilliant. A couple of your pet peeves I noticed. Number one, people who are late. And number two, people who talk loud on a plane.
Oh, absolutely, it's outrageous. And somehow, I totally believe that it's an insecurity. They want to show people that they know something on their telephone. They want to show you, let me show you, I'm in business.
I'm important.
It's pathetic.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
I was in a little quick trip market down here yesterday, and a woman came in talking on the phone with her phone on speaker. And I have no idea what they were talking about. I could just hear the blah, blah back and forth. She went up to the counter to pay for whatever it was, still talking to the person on her speakerphone and completely not interacting. And this is from the customer side, but this is generally the mindset of people anymore, or a lot of people. They don't interact with each other on a personal level. And that's a problem, right?
And it's a huge problem. And look, with being late, look, you have a meeting, there are 30 people in a meeting, and somebody is 5 minutes late. How long is that? 30 by 5. You see, that's the point. That is 150 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. It's 150 minutes. When I had my meeting, frankly, at 3 o'clock, I locked the door 1 minute after 3. I wasn't lying when I said 3. If I would have meant 1 minute after, I would have said so.
I love that.
The first, number one is a discipline. Number one, it's respect being in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, oh, I'm just a few minutes late. It's a matter of respect. Why not be 3 minutes early?
Mm-hmm.
You've cut back on a little bit of your travel. You used to travel, 250 days a year. Now you've cut back a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Only 150 days a year. In fact, today I was in Dallas.
What?
In fact, I'm on my way to the airport to fly to Dallas. In fact, so
you're coming here.
Oh well, we welcome you to the great state of Texas.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place you've ever been?
Abilene, Texas.
Yeah,
Abilene.
It's a great place.
Not exactly, but I like it.
JK, psych.
All right, sir. The book is Excellence Wins: A No Nonsense Guide to Becoming the Best in a World of Compromise. If there was one takeaway for the listener, what would that be from this book? What would be the one thing you'd want people to learn?
Make a decision for excellence. Why sentence yourself to mediocrity when you do anything? You never spend more time, but make a decision for excellence. It's all a decision. It's not a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Go and make a decision. And of course, everything you do, you have to process. It doesn't happen by itself. And that's what I show. I show how you about people, and that means customer, employees, and leadership. The excellence in all areas is processing it. And it can be done and controlled and measured, and you will be the leader in your business. There's no question what business it is. If you look at it right, what the customer wants, align your employees, not buzzword alignment, but actually align them and have leadership that sustains it. You will be the leader in your business.
Wow.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
That's such an interesting thing that you said just a second ago was it's not a feeling. And I feel like we, especially nowadays, chase that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling that we're doing well. And, it's not, feelings aren't facts.
Right.
Feelings aren't facts. And you could be doing completely horribly while feeling good, that you think you're doing well. And it's not, it's about doing the work and doing the best that you can, not necessarily feeling like you've done a good job and feeling like, I mean, it comes with success. I guess it comes with success at the end of the day when you've done the work.
Yes, and even going to work, some people say they don't like it at work. Mm-hmm. Well, make a decision you do.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself be controlled by those influences inside your little insecurities that tell you you don't like it.
Yeah.
Control it and go in. It is with everything like that, and that's of course the approach. And of course, leadership has to help people to do that. Leadership is. But look what we do in leadership. We hire people to fulfill certain functions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the microphone you speak to is fulfilling a function. The chair on which you're sitting is fulfilling a function.
Mm-hmm.
We hire human beings. How about hiring them to be part of our objectives? Showing that our objectives are excellent. Showing that the motive of the objective is good for the employee also. So now you have them aligned, and then show them what the customer wants. You actually now have alignment. Not saying we have alignment, and then you go in and talk to people in the organization and ask what's the objective of this company, and nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
You look at you, if you think, I'm only working here. So give your employees purpose. Create excellence together. Have fun doing it. Fun should be part of the job description.
I like it.
Sir, thank you so much for your time this morning. Safe travels as you come to Texas, and I hope we talk again soon.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you. That is Horst Schulze. He was the co-founder of Ritz-Carlton Hotels. Which, by the way, you ever stayed at a Ritz-Carlton?
I have.
Oh,
I have.
They are, I mean, and they're not inexpensive, but damn, you get what you pay for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They are nice hotels. And
superb hotels.
By the way, he is 78 years old.
What?
78 years old and still 150 days on the road.
Good Lord.
I know.
There are some guys who I feel like they will never pass away due to the fact that they just love to work.
Yeah.
Stan Richards of the Richards Group here in Dallas, I feel like is that exactly the ad agency, the Richards Group. My fiance works for him, and he's like I think he's like starting to approach his 90s.
Wow.
And he's like still coming to work every single day. He still goes to exercise. He shows up in the mornings for meetings, and he loves what he does, and so because of that he'll never die.
Right. Well, the thing is, you hear about people like that when they retire.
Yeah,
they live like 6 months and then they fall over.
Yeah, some people just live because they love what they do.
Yeah, it's not work to them. It's having a good time.
Yeah.
Speaking of excellence in what they do, Patriot Mobile.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the thing. They've learned at Patriot Mobile that it's about the customer. That it's about customer service, that it's about making the process easy. And so many companies don't get that. So many companies complicate the hell out of everything.
Agreed.
Patriot Mobile is not one of those. It's a cell phone company, obviously, that if you want to be part of the solution, this is my elevator speech. There's so many things going wrong in this country and so many agendas that if you're with one of the big guys in the cell service industry, that you may be funding things that you don't necessarily agree with. On the other hand, if you go with Patriot Mobile, a portion of the money that you pay them every month for your cell phone business goes to support causes like the Heritage Foundation or PragerU.
I love those guys.
Yeah. Or the Susan B. Anthony list, or Empower Texans. You can find the complete list if you go to patriotmobile.com/doc and sign up. They have unlimited talk and text plans for as little as $20 a month. And they make it easy to switch. It takes like 15 minutes on the phone. Plus some great deals. You can keep the phone you have if you want to. You can keep the number you have if you want to. Or you can get a new phone. You can get a new number. But it's all at patriotmobile.com/doc. And tell them we sent you. Are people as bitchy this morning as they were yesterday?
No, they're not as bitchy. They're
all
all
Twitterverse.
They're all kind of coming up with ideas for the box.
Your monkey box.
Monkey box Friday.
Like
yeah, Lori F&D said, "Isn't Doc already in a box?"
Yes, as a matter of fact. Thank you. That'd be one of these there. Very nice. Very nice.
We have Jack Holes out of the box. Okay, we have Monkey McBox, which I actually do like. Monkey
How about
McBox.
Boxy McBoxface?
Boxy. We've got Schrodinger's cat.
Who's that? Wait a minute, I'm not.
Is what Schrodinger's cat, which is like if you are. What's the whole thing?
Is it really in the box?
Is it in the box unless if you see it?
But if you open the box, then it's in the box.
Yeah.
But before you see it, is it really in the box?
It's one of those existential things.
Yes.
Yeah. Schrodinger's cat. Let's see. Brandon has created Craigslist, but for Jack Holes and Code Monkeys,
and without the possibility of getting murdered.
Exactly.
Or raped.
Murder happens.
That's true.
The day's still young.
Right. That's true.
Whatchamacallit said, I also thought Farkin Box Friday, but I prefer Garage Sale
what
Friday.
Box?
Farkin Box Friday. No Crotch Salsa, please slug something says that Eskimo legend is complete BS. I didn't know that.
What Eskimo legend?
Remember that I talked about the Eskimo legend when they set the elders on the ice floe?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And he said the tribes told the white man, hoping to get them to eliminate their competitors for whales. Genius. I love it. Crusader Vol says, Brad, why do you think Chick-fil-A is so popular? McD sucks. Customer service and quality are key.
They really are, and but the thing is now it's like this genius idea when you suggest, wait a minute, focus on the customer and I can be successful.
What an amazing...
Whoa! I mean, it's common sense, but it's not.
There's like here's the thing is even in the day of the internet right now, I really do feel like customer service, like and having like a brick and mortar location is never going to go out of style, and there's a reason for that. Like I built my own computer, right?
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. And people said you weren't smart.
I am the smart one.
Damn, I'm smart.
I can do smart things. But I built my own computer and I went to Fry's a lot. I was there like daily, because despite the fact that I have all the information I could ever ask for about building a computer online.
Right.
Nothing will actually beat going to a store, a location, and talking to one of the nerds there who know exactly what they're talking about and what I need. Okay, because even just me reading, I might misread something, or I might not completely understand something that they're talking about. And there was because I'm not that smart. There were some things I didn't understand, so I would go to Fry's. I would talk to the nerds there about building my own computer, and they helped me put it together.
Well, and you have the advantage there too when you're standing in front of them and you have the physical piece in front of your head. Well, see, you can't put it in that way. You have to do it this way.
Exactly.
If you do it this way, it does this.
Exactly. And you need this part to coincide with this part because this part's not going to do it. And and this is stuff that all the information is online, but nothing will ever beat just talking person to person and getting the correct information from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Right.
And there is also like a reassurance to that. The person-to-person interaction makes you feel more secure and less alone in what you're doing,
Even though you are alone.
You are so alone.
You're just alone.
You are a sad, lonely person.
Yeah.
But it goes from there, not just building a computer, let's bring it down to something like video games. Video games are one of the things right now that people buy online consistently. You don't really need much help in purchasing a video game. However, GameStop still remains in business, and there's a reason for that.
Well, and think about the fact that even if it's easy to buy something, you still look at the reviews.
Yeah.
You still want to see what other people think of what you're about to buy. Do other people have they had the good experience with this? Is it?
And nothing beats going because I used to work at GameStop, and one of the big things is people would get an object in their hands and they'd be looking at it and they'd come up to me like, "What do you think about this product? Is it any good? Have you heard anything about it?" And they want to talk to you. They want to talk to another human being about it because it makes them feel better about their purchase. And it helps them feel more informed and yada, yada, yada. I had mothers and parents coming up to me, "Is this game okay for my kid?" And I would be like, "Yes, it is." Or, "No, you're a horrible parent for even bringing that up here." What is wrong with you? Seriously, stop buying your 7-year-olds Grand Theft Auto.
I know. Unless you
damn fools. What the hell?
Unless you want to give them experience with hoes and cocaine and stealing cars. I mean, if you really want to give them some real world experience, did you ever have to deal with an angry transsexual?
No, I never had to deal with a man.
It's ma'am!
It's ma'am! Now I'm angry. I'm going to write a rap song. Did you know that she wrote a rap song? Because she's a rapper.
Oh my God, we have to find it.
Oh no, I found it. I played it on my show, and I will play it on this one because it's hysterical.
Every time we play it, they block us.
Really?
Absolutely.
Who blocks us?
No!
Yeah.
Who blocks us?
YouTube?
Oh, yeah, they mute it. Oh, Facebook mutes it out and YouTube blocks us.
That makes me so mad.
Yep.
When you say they block us, they
block the video from being viewed.
Why?
I don't know. I'm sure it's copyright.
Well, it's online.
That makes me so
and
mad.
Facebook mutes it.
That makes me so mad.
I'm not even joking, guys. Every time you've played it, we've gotten blocked.
So like me and Jason, because we were dancing to it and everything, so it's just me and him just like waving our arms around like
on Facebook, but
Then
on
you look like
YouTube,
a complete
it blocks
idiot.
the video. I'm not even joking.
So let me put this out there right
It's the
now.
stupidest damn rap song.
It is stupid.
We want to start migrating people from the YouTubes and the Facebooks over to our website.
Yeah.
And we have the streaming video at our site. Can people comment there too?
They can. There's a chat room over there.
Right.
The problem is that it's a YouTube stream.
Well,
that's
so
a
mad
problem.
right now. I'm
It is a
so
problem.
mad right now.
Until we can build some proprietary stuff.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, we're still growing. It's a good time to bring all this up now too. So we're still growing. We're still trying to keep this thing on the tracks and hit the bell there. It's
sorry.
Tracks there. Thank you. And we need your help. I mean, and again, this is as simple as telling one person about MoJo 50, telling one person about the Daily Mojo that you think would enjoy the program. And if there's a business that you think that fellow jackholes would enjoy doing business with, send them our way. Maybe they'll advertise with us. We need more people. We need more advertisers.
That's exactly right. And the thing that we realize is that you can't just go to a Facebook page, a website every day, especially if you're used to using an app like Facebook. So we will have to create an app that plays our video as well.
But that's our ultimate goal
is
to make instead of sending you to Facebook or to YouTube and all those other, just to send you to MoJo50.com where you can watch and listen and comment and do all the things you're doing on the other platforms on ours, and that way we don't have to worry about getting muted or getting blocked or getting blah, 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 blah.
We can play
blah.
transsexual rap songs to our heart's content.
Yeah, this makes me insane.
I hate that. Why does Facebook,
I know.
I'm so mad.
Well, that's like any of the regular music that's out there too. I mean, we have a BMI license for us to play it over the radio station,
right?
But we can't play it over Facebook and YouTube because those are separate broadcast platforms.
They should actually have their own thing. Like if you have,
and they don't carry that kind of license.
Yeah, it's been a fight forever.
It has been a fight.
But again, if we do that, if we were to play these things, would we be in violation of copyright if we played it on our own website?
We would, but. We'll fight that battle when it gets here.
F them in the A in that case. But I mean, there's got to be. Is there a license we can buy for that? I mean, or is that
I'm not sure. That's what I'm looking
undiscovered.
Yeah,
I feel like we already have that license, and it should be recognized by Facebook and YouTube.
Well, the fact that it's out in the public domain as it is,
right. And we're not like playing it for profit though. I mean, well, because technically, I guess we are. But I mean, you can't sit there and say, that we are playing it expressly for the purpose of making money off of that. We are playing it during a segment on a radio show.
We're not trying to sell it as, we're not selling you a copy of that for $10. We're using it as a part of the program.
By the way,
we're making fun of it. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're at the same time, we're drawing attention to it. And even if we're making fun of it, that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to hear and go, hey, I like that, and I want to buy whatever it is.
But
that's possible too. So.
I guess in the case of Super Mam, as Jason and I call him, he is part of a protected class, and
I think it'd be her,
Zer,
just
of Zer. No, but he is part of a protected class.
I hate that phrase, protected class.
But it's
especially when it comes to that kind of goober.
But that's what they are. By the way, Rusty Lugnuts. Oh wait, Suspicious Package Fridays. You win.
That's good.
Suspicious Package Fridays.
That's good.
I'm getting rid of everything else.
As long as we don't resort to IED Fridays, we're good.
Yeah, let's not. Or IUD Fridays. Either way. Thank you. Yes, your headlines are coming up. This is your Daily Mojo.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. She may be called upon to defend President Trump's border emergency declaration. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen goes before the Democrat-controlled House Homeland Security Committee later today. Her testimony comes as officials warn of a surge in illegal southern border crossings, overwhelming border agents and facilities.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says more than 76,000 migrants crossed the U.S.-Mexico border last month. According to CBP Commissioner Kevin Michelinen, the system is well beyond capacity and remains at the breaking point. The news comes as the Senate looks ahead to a vote next week that's expected to reject President Trump's national emergency declaration to get border wall funding. Greg Clugston, the White House.
After approving a disaster declaration, President Trump travels to tornado-ravaged Lee County, Alabama on Friday. The twisters that ripped through the small town of Beauregard killed 23 people, pretty much wiped the town off the map. An influential House Democrat challenging the White House refusal to turn over requested documents on security clearances.
Oversight Committee Chairman Elijah Cummings says the White House action defies the constitutional separation of powers. Cummings asked for the documents following reports that President Trump personally intervened to get a security clearance for his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, despite red flags. In a statement, Cummings says the White House security process is broken and needs oversight. He says he's meeting with committee members to decide their next step.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. Reports that North Korea has started rebuilding a long-range rocket launching site that it partially dismantled last year. The move follows a recent summit between President Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. No deal came out of that meeting in Vietnam. Wall Street, Dow futures down about 49 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
Universal truth number 14. Pain sucks. If you haven't yet tried Relief Factor, what are you waiting for? Go to ReliefFactor.com, get their 3-week quick start pack for just $20, and see if it helps your chronic pain. ReliefFactor.com.
A former Democratic National Committee member told Politico on Monday that he will become national senior advisor to the Draft Beto campaign. That sounds like a horrible beer, probably a Pilsner.
The Defenders with Stephen Airy, tonight at 9.
MoJo 50.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the MoJo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Riduzone client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Riduzone, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Riduzone contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to Riduzone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Riduzone, RIDUZONE.com.
If we weren't so bad.
To puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titty.
We wouldn't be so good. MoJo 50.
The mothership has landed.
The winner opted for a single lump sum payment of $877,784,124.
That's it?
That's all they got from the $1.5 billion Mega Millions prize. The winner of that, and remember this was back in October, and it reached 1.5. It was a record, and then no one has come forward until now. The winner is they still remain anonymous. They're in Greenville, South Carolina, and
hopefully they took the time to get their stuff in order.
Oh, that's exactly what they were doing, I'm sure.
Here, let me just put that in my wallet.
$177 million. I'd like it in pennies. I wonder how many. I wonder if they fill up a pool or 10 pools.
Yeah,
but
you kind of like a Scrooge McDuck thing going on.
Man. South Carolina, one of only 8 states where a winner can remain anonymous. In every other state, you have to apparently disclose who you are, which is kind of weird. I don't understand what I guess it's full transparency, but that's. It's the largest win ever by a single person. The only larger lottery payout in the U.S. happened in 2016, and that prize was about $50 million more. But it was split among 3 winners. So this is the largest amount of money a single person has won in the United States.
That's pretty
ever.
awesome.
Why couldn't it be me?
How do you sleep that night?
Very comfortably.
You don't.
Quite well. With no problems. The thing is, by the way,
I don't get in my car. I stay in my bed all day.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I don't put myself in harm's way.
And I don't tell anybody.
And I don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
would be the hardest thing for me.
Yeah. I mean, there might be a few select people that I would tell. For instance, first and foremost, my dog.
And then,
Yes. Yeah.
And maybe my fiance.
And then you disappear. Here's the real kicker. The winning ticket was sold at I thought it said Kmart. It's a KC Mart. Yeah, same thing. Convenience store.
Dude, KC Mart gets 1%, right?
Do they? No. The store gets a $50,000 payment for selling the ticket. That's the maximum amount. Wow. Damn it.
Man. We're in the wrong business.
Yeah, I want to be in the lottery.
I want to be
business.
in the winning of the lottery business.
In the spirit of showing our sponsors a little love, if you have some time today, go to MoJo Wild Rice, please. They even have a special right now. If you use promo code SPRING10, that is SPRING10, at MoJo Wild Rice, you'll get 10% off anything on the website. Anything at all. Anything your little heart desires, you can get 10% off. If you are maybe taking part in the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge, which he maybe should have taken part in himself, wild rice is one of the best things you can eat. It's the only the only grain that is native to the United States. It is it's gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol free. One serving meets your daily whole grain needs. And if diabetes, or as Wilford Brimley used to say, I guess he still, if you have the diabetes, you've got the diabetes. That was my father. My father-in-law used to say the diabetes. He's got
the diabetes.
He's got the diabetes.
The diabetes.
So if you
sound like Forrest Gump.
Jenny, I've got diabetes.
I've got the diabetes.
Mama always said diabetes comes from eating a box of chocolates.
So if you're eating too much chocolate, which by the way, I bought a box of dark chocolate.
That's the healthy chocolate.
At Gwen Rich's insistence. So if diabetes is a problem for you, wild rice is a diabetic-friendly food. So please stop by MoJo Wild Rice today, and they'll even include some recipes free with your order. Ooh. Remember to use Spring10. That's Spring10 at MoJoWildRice.com. All right. Are we ready with the headlines? Yes, we are.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Nope, not me again.
Oh, it's me. I'm up.
It's you.
Oh, it's me. Oh man, I'm so happy and proud to be presenting you with headlines, guys.
You should be.
It
is an honor.
I feel it's a great honor.
It's an honor and a privilege.
All right, now everyone shut up. I'm going to read. Stand back.
And one of them's fake, by the way.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to read. Yeah, the whole rule is I've got a list of headlines here, followed by slight descriptions about what's going on. One of these is fake, and you have to figure out which one it is. The first.
All right, hit us.
The first one, stolen magazine with Beatles on cover back 50 years later.
Okay.
Yeah, stolen magazine with Beatles on the cover back 50 years later. Cleveland. Out of Cleveland. An Ohio library says a 1968 copy of Life magazine with the Beatles on the cover has been returned by a borrower who apologized for stealing it as a quote-unquote kid and sent $100 to cover the late fees.
They sent in a check when they returned the...
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Cuyahoga County Public Library.
Is that near Cuyahoga County?
That is Cuyahoga.
That's what I was about to
I have no idea.
Cuyahoga.
Cuyahoga. The Cuyahoga.
Boy, you ain't from around here, are you, boy?
No. No, I've never been around anywhere. Says it received the apology this week from someone named Brian, who acknowledged taking it from a suburban Cleveland branch the year it was published. The library caps late fees at $100, which is good for Brian. The normal fine of 10 cents a day over 50 years would have exceeded $1,800.
Wow.
Yeah. Library spokesman Robert Rua, R-U-A, that's how he spells it.
Works for me.
Says the library is forgiving and thanks Brian for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
A copy of the magazine today fetches around $50 online. The library expects to put the magazine on display.
Ooh. As what?
On
display?
As the world's most expensive late fee.
Okie dokie.
The next one, no more cow tipping shirts at Oklahoma Airport. Right. Well, then why even go there?
No kidding.
Why even go there now? This is stupid.
So they're not selling them? What?
No. The mayor of Oklahoma City is celebrating the completion of a personal mission, ridding the city's airports of cow tipping T-shirts. You're done. You're done. Your career's over.
Isn't that Will Rogers, the Oklahoma airport?
Is it?
Is it?
Will Rogers, I think
is that
it is.
Oklahoma, or is that?
That would make no sense.
Yes, Will Rogers World Airport.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That World Airport. I love that instead of international.
Yeah, just world.
But that would make no sense. That's Will Rogers Airport. But you can't wear a cow tipping shirt.
Nope.
Well, they're not selling them, apparently.
Mayor David Holt said on his Twitter account Thursday that after months of trying to end sales of shirts reading "Nothing tips like a cow" at Will Rogers World Airport, the clothing has sold out and won't be restocked.
Why?
I don't know. Airport spokesman Josh Ryan said Friday that the shirts with the shape of the state of a cow lying on its back were pretty popular for 10 years, but that the joke has run its course.
Has it?
Has it, though? Because they're still selling out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Cow tipping has largely debunked a legend in which rural youth sneak into a pasture at night and push over a cow that is standing but asleep. Debunkers point out the practice is unlikely to succeed, largely because cows don't sleep standing up. So, I don't understand why it was his personal mission.
Buzz killer.
Yeah, that's he is Buzz Killington.
It would be more like horse tipping, wouldn't it?
They do sleep standing.
They
up,
do
huh?
sleep.
Yeah,
they lock their knee.
Oh, that's crazy.
If you tried to tip over a horse,
horse tipping doesn't sound.
No, it doesn't sound as fun.
You need to use a cow to do it.
Yeah,
those things are heavy.
You have to have the cow push over the horse. That's
exactly.
That's
like a cow's not heavy.
You walk the cow up to the horse,
and then you ask the cow politely, I guess,
without waking the horse.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part.
Can you please?
That's right.
Tip over this horse for my personal amusement.
Horses are light sleepers.
And then I'm going to make a shirt about it. That's what they should replace it with. Horse tipping with the cow involved.
What? This is so stupid.
This is stupid. German police say dead cow. This is more cow news. German police say dead cow kicked slaughterhouse worker. Police in southern Germany say a slaughterhouse worker suffered serious injuries after being kicked in the face by a dead cow. Sounds like my ex-wife. In a statement, police say
it's funny, but it is.
Police say the cow was killed according to regulations early Thursday in an abattoir in Aalen and hung from a meat hook for further processing. Police said the carcass then kicked the man in the face, apparently due to a nerve impulse that experts say isn't uncommon. The 41-year-old worker was hospitalized.
The cow is like,
That's
hang me upside down, asshole. Watch this.
That's the highlight of this guy's life, by the way. That's the story that he'll be telling his grandkids.
Cow Roddy. Grandpa, tell us about the time you were kicked by a dead cow.
There I was.
I cracked myself.
For all the times he tipped me
Everybody
over.
was cow fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning.
You know, it's really
He
funny.
obviously didn't see it coming.
Unless you're the guy who got kicked in the head by the cow.
He was really moved.
Oh, the puns. I love them.
Thank you. Actually, technically, but the cowbell
That
is just
fall
so
over. I like that one.
so appropriate.
Use
there.
the cowbell.
Yeah,
here.
I know.
We need.
That's the innuendo bell. This is the good job bell. So there's a difference.
Is
Oh
it?
no, that's
Wait,
the good job
I
bell.
thought this
and
was the
joke-
innuendo bell.
No, you got to see that you've got it backwards. This is the innuendo bell. That is the good job bell.
Right, but
Matt Locke is a liar.
Yes.
No, but last week when Izzo was here, that was that joke fell flat bell. So I see today it's the good job.
This bell
This
is,
has always been the good. This has always been the making a point or
Yeah.
a good job bell.
or it's true.
Right.
That's
This
true.
is the innuendo or double entendre bell. Good grief! Do I have to give you all a lesson on
We need to
bell
actually
use?
have a meeting. We need to have a MoJo meeting.
Jeez.
Brad needs to get a chalkboard or like a whiteboard up there and just like draw out what we
what
need to
the
get on the
bells are
same
for.
page.
You know, I didn't think it was that
Because
complicated.
this is madness. This is chaos.
and this is when you really want to just make a point. You know, I grabbed her by the.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Where'd the music go?
Where did the music go? We killed the music.
Sad. I'm sad without the
Damn
music.
it! See what happens when Isaac's not here?
Brown Panther, I love you. I miss you, man.
All right, what's next?
I'm kidding, Rondolph. You're my favorite, and you know it. Don't tell Brown Panther I said that.
Right.
14-hour Old Spice commercial breaks Guinness record. 14 hours.
A 14-hour commercial?
Procter & Gamble. Hey, there it is. Procter & Gamble was awarded a Guinness World Record after airing an Old Spice deodorant commercial with a 14-hour runtime. Guinness said the ad, which aired on Brazilian channel Woohoo in December, Woohoo, features more than 1,600 clips being connected through quick cuts where the previous portion finishes on a TV in frame of the next clip. Procter & Gamble, which teamed with the Wyden and Kennedy agency to create the lengthy advertisement, said it took about 20 hours of shooting and several months of editing to create the full commercial. The company published an abbreviated 3-minute version of the ad, which features an appearance from actor Terry Crews on YouTube.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. You know who that is?
Is that
He's the Old Spice commercial.
Sorry, I haven't seen an Old Spice commercial, and I can't tell you how long.
He's
so.
like
Terry Crews. He's the one that does the dancing.
Yeah, he's
pectorals, the black guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's
All
like
right.
he's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You know, I've never seen that.
What?
Yeah, me either.
What?
Some of us have these things that we have to do called responsibilities, and
what responsibilities?
I don't know.
What responsibilities, Brad?
It just
What's the guy's name from SNL that's in that?
What's that? Yeah.
Now that I've asked.
Now that you've asked, I can't tell you.
It's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's in Nine-Nine. It is. God, what is his? He was in Lonely Island. He's in the Lonely Island too.
Adam.
Adam.
I
Look
know
it
you're
up,
talking about.
Brad, because I'm stupid.
You didn't have to tell us that.
Shut your face mouth. Guinness said the commercial.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that show is hilarious. Go watch it.
All right.
Go watch it.
Okay.
Get on my level. Guinness said the commercial surpassed the previous record, an Arby's commercial from 2014 that ran for total 13 hours, 5 minutes, and 11 seconds. I didn't realize that there was like a competition out there for longest commercial from various
corporations. I just want to know if
corporations.
anybody watches that crap all the way through.
It seems like
Get a bag of popcorn.
What do you have to talk about for like 13 hours?
commercial. Even it's I don't know. Seems like the
What life do you have
antithesis.
to watch a 14-hour
Exactly.
commercial? That's what I wanted.
Buy some damned Old Spice already and shut up.
Who watches an Arby's commercial for 13 hours?
I don't
It's
know.
like, you know what?
That's a good question.
Shut your dirty little whore bell mouth. That's Matlock's innuendo bell.
Matt
Well,
Locke,
I mean, you can do it wrong if you want
you
to.
have lied to me
That's
for
the
ages,
joke fell
Matt.
flat bell right there.
You
That's what
gave it away. I've had Brandon thinking forever this is the innuendo bell.
You had me ringing that stupid bell.
You always ring that as the damned innuendo
I
bell
know!
too. That's not right. This.
Hey, who made
is
the rules
innuendo
around
bell.
here?
I'm going to guess that it wasn't anybody here. I think we just kind of...
Who brought the bells?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Matlock, you liar!
All right. Well,
Retreat in shame!
As you should.
What a jackass.
Right.
I hate that guy.
Didn't have to say
Matt,
that either.
I love you. But yeah, all right. So 14 hours Old Spice commercial.
All right.
Breaks record. Okay. All right. Breaks the previous record, which was held by Arby's. Remember that.
Got it.
All right. So
Should be another one. Is there another?
there's one more.
Okay.
Man faked being deaf and dumb for 62 years to avoid listening to his wife.
I have heard this story. I have heard this story.
This is amazing.
My wife thinks I live this story.
A man from Waterbury in Connecticut faces divorce after his wife found out that he was not actually deaf and had been faking it for more than 62 years to avoid having listening to her.
Blah, blah, blah,
According to the divorce papers, 84-year-old Barry Dawson never spoke a single word in front of his 80-year-old wife, Dorothy, during the decades they lived together. Mr. Dawson learned the sign language to be able... He learned the sign language.
Did he have the diabetes?
He had the diabetes.
Diabetes.
It does sound like Forrest Gump. He had the
Look,
diabetes.
dude, do you know how hard that is? No bell. Thank you. You know how hard it is? Seriously, to go 80 years without her ever catching that you know.
Yeah,
how
I know.
to-
At some point in time, I would slip up real bad. Somebody would say, Brandon, yeah. Oh, shit.
My dad had that ability. He would,
To just block her out.
My
He
mom
couldn't-
at Ray, huh? What?
It's very selective.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what
my
it
dad.
is.
My dad had the best selective hearing in the world.
But this guy was apparently a master. Listen to this. The couple still raised 6 children and had 13 grandchildren, all of whom are convinced that Mr. Dawson was deaf. Mr. Dawson's lawyer, Robert Sanchez...
How many children?
He had 6 children with 13 grandchildren.
So during, I mean, they had to have sex at least 6 times. Think about that. So during that whole thing, he's like, he ignored her that.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Dawson's lawyer, Robert Sanchez, claims the elderly man's stratagem. He had a stratagem. He had a strategy.
I'll bet he did.
Was not meant to offend or cheat his spouse, and that it may, in fact, explain why their marriage worked for 62 years.
Right? See? Just saying.
You know what's funny is I've always said, have you ever seen A Quiet Place?
I have not.
That horror movie?
Yes.
Was it not one of the best movies? Like
It was
horror
really,
movies?
really
It was
good, yes.
Really good.
Did they ever say anything in that movie?
They did from time
But
to
they
time.
whispered,
It was
right?
like very whispered and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's
and
right.
I always said, I was like, you know what? They say it's a horror movie.
Horror.
But really,
Horror.
They say it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, it's kind of like every dad's dream, isn't it? Is it not? It's like no one can speak. No one's. There's no yelling. Everyone's got to stay super quiet.
Right.
You just kind of keep to yourself.
That goes back to the children should be seen and not heard thing.
Yeah, I believe
That's child abuse. You evil son of a. How dare you?
But yeah, so that is the headlines for today. Tell me which one you think is fake. Is it the stolen magazine with Beatles on the cover back 50 years? No more cow tipping shirts in Oklahoma. German police say dead cow kicked slaughterhouse worker. Man faked being deaf and dumb for 62 years.
Okay.
Or 14-hour Old Spice commercial breaks Guinness record. What say you, Rondolph?
Hang on. Because we got to first tell you about the sponsor of said headlines, which is APR Coffee, American Pride Roasters, which I think that it was last week or possibly the week before that DM said he was going to send us more of the chocolate drops. I haven't seen them in the mail yet. Have you there, Ron?
I have not.
But
I cannot speak because I had a little problem getting some mail out myself. So I did get those out, by the way. For those listening, all of that stuff's in the mail.
All right. So if you didn't get your stuff, get your stuff. So, no, you can still buy the coffee drops online. And we happen to also still have the auction going on for the last.
What's it at now? 175?
Is that what?
I think it's at 150 still.
Is it one?
Okay.
I didn't receive. I
thought Rocky bid 150, and then somebody came back and did 175. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe it was 125 and 150.
We might want to have a better way of keeping track of this. Then,
well, if nobody's writing it down, then how are we going to know who wins?
Well, who took the $175 bid?
I don't know.
No, yeah, that's. I got. We have 150. We have 150.
Okay.
Yeah, 150. Who is
that? That is Lockwood. No. Oh, the guy who made the original bet, the pilot. Timmy the pilot.
So then it's at 150. I don't think anybody's
it's at 150 right now. Do I hear 175?
Wait a minute.
Do I hear
175?
Here comes Mr. Locke right now.
Who? All right.
So Timmy did 100.
Yes.
Rocky did 125.
Right.
Timmy came back and did 150.
Okay.
That's where we are currently
sitting at 150.
That I know of.
All right. So it's worth twice that.
Exactly.
It's worth twice that.
This is the last Doc Thompson's Bacon Blast
In
that
this
we will
room.
all sign before it goes out.
Yes.
We will announce the winner during the Unboxing Friday segment on my show.
Which will be called?
Apparently at this point in time, it looks like Doc in a Box is winning.
I know, but but still, you're going to call it the other thing.
I'm probably going to call it Suspicious Package Friday.
I think that's still the best. All right, so get your bids in on that.
Screw you guys. I do what I want.
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com and get your own supply of coffee drops as well. And DM, I'm assuming it's just lost in the mail at this point. So AmericanPrideRoasters.com. All right, the fake headline. What say you, Ron?
Okay, so you had me at the slaughterhouse kick in the head. Until I heard the deaf dude.
The deaf dude.
Because I think the deaf guy thing, that's a little bit of a stretch for 60 plus years.
Well, it doesn't say that he. He did use sign language with her, right? I mean, that's why is that unusual?
Right, but did he never go out in public with her? That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. There's got to be point either that or she's the dumbest woman I've ever met.
That's you don't have to say dumbest woman.
Okay,
like
so the deaf guy for me.
Government intelligence.
Military intelligence, yeah.
See, I actually...
We are sexist.
I will have to... rule number 3, I have to come clean on this because I do, in fact, know which one it is.
Yeah, you handed me the headline.
But we have to give Ron the credit here. He picked it, didn't he?
He got it. You got it right, Rondolph.
That would be this bell.
Yeah, I was hard pressed to figure out the whole kick in the head thing, but I could see that happening. I can't see the dude going that long without.
You can see wanting to go that long.
Oh yeah,
no.
I didn't say that. Yeah.
Right.
Look, I try it every day, but I only get about halfway through the day before I have to go. Okay, damn it.
It was mixed. Rocky with an eye said "Deaf Man is the fake story." Good job, Rocky. Lori F&D said 14-hour Old Spice commercial is fake. Maybe don't care.
Wow,
I
don't
love
give
it.
a damn.
Wow. Stephen English with an English spelled C SCH at the end, said, I don't condone pretending to your wife to being dumb and deaf and dumb, but I understand it.
Can't condone it, but I do understand. And there you
so
have it.
bad.
And there you have it.
And that is the rest of the story.
So if you haven't gone yet to Love My Tummy, what are you waiting for? If you're bloated, if you're sitting there all bloated in your bloatedness.
Mm-hmm.
If you, you eat your meal and right there.
There it is.
You eat your meal and you feel bloated and nasty afterward. I mean, not like the kind of regret nasty, but you just feel bloated and maybe you get abdominal distension. Maybe you get some tightness in your abdomen.
Abdomen.
You ever feel tired and heavy after eating a meal?
Every damn time.
All of it. Yeah, that's kind of like
maybe just cut back on portions there. But
don't tell me what to do, Brad.
If you have unpredictable bathroom habits with constipation or even the proverbial sporadic diarrhea.
Every damn time.
Why do you think he's always away?
Mm-hmm.
I am Pooping Ron.
Pooping Ron.
Got my own Twitter.
Go to lovemytummy.com. You will learn there about Atrantil. It's not a probiotic. It's not an antibiotic. It is a blend of polyphenols, polyphenols. It's got some stuff in it that is desired by your body to work as a gut regulator to end methane. Ooh.
I need less of that,
Wow.
according to Alexander.
I shouldn't act surprised when I'm saying things you should know. It acts as a gut regulator to end methane and then function as a postbiotic. Go to lovemytummy.com. Bloating, nastiness, sporadic diarrhea, that's all bad stuff. They can fix it or help you to. Lovemytummy.com. This is your Daily Mojo.
A free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50.
Can concern for someone's well-being ever be taken too far? Apparently it can, but thankfully in a recent event, no one was even in danger, but, quote, see something, say something was taken a bit too far. Let me explain. Recently, on a cold Minnesota day, a phone call came into the Jordan Police Department asking officers to check on the welfare of an adult male who was standing outside in the cold, holding a pillow, but not wearing a coat. Minnesota was experiencing extremely cold temperatures and low wind chills due to the Arctic air mass on this particular day. Naturally, people were no doubt concerned that the man could freeze to death due to his exposure to the cold. When police arrived and upon a closer observation, they discovered that the, quote, man looked familiar. More accurately, the man turned out to be nothing more than a cardboard cutout of none other than MyPillow CEO and inventor Mike Lindell. Police tweeted out after making the discovery in part, quote, those cardboard cutouts sure can look real from a distance, and the caller certainly was not wanting to get too close, thinking who is this deranged person standing outside in the cold hugging a pillow. Always better to call the police. Even Lindell got a chuckle out of the humorous call, tweeting out a laughing emoji along with the article about the welfare check. But it hasn't always been a bed of roses for Lindell. Lindell spoke to a crowd at CPAC on Thursday, telling them that a decade ago, he was addicted to crack cocaine and alcohol. Lindell said, quote, on January 16, 2009, God freed me from the addictions and started me on a path to a restored heart. Praise Jesus. Maybe he should write that great message on his next cardboard cutout. And that's today's Reality Check with Susan Knowles.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395.
The Daily Mojo.
Richard Parkhurst believed he was sent down from the stars to seduce women. That's according to his attorney. The 29-year-old man would sneak into California woman's home and suck on her toes as she slept, allegedly. He claimed that he was a Greek god on a mission.
If I had a nickel.
What the hell is it with people's feet? These are freaks. Not so much that he was sent down from the stars, but what the hell? That's where she.
You know, I don't have a foot fetish. What? I think I have a fetish of ignorant people who suck on toes.
I kind of got to wonder, like,
it
why.
It makes me go, what in the hell are you thinking?
That wouldn't be a fetish. That would be a.
Why, though, did he choose that as his cover?
Gotta choose
I have
something.
been sent to thee from the stars above to suck on thine toes, to give pleasure to thine piggies.
He believed he was a Zeus-like god who was sent down.
Does that make him a sex offender? I just want to know.
No, of course not. He's a Greek god, Ron.
No.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, what was he doing while he was sucking on their toes? I don't know. It does. Let's see. Well, by the way, it's a public defender who came up with this. This
is
story.
defense.
The story.
He's
like, okay, all right, check it out. Here's what we're gonna do.
It was his destiny to seduce women. They would willingly have his children.
Oh, what?
That's what he said. It was his destiny to seduce women, and they would willingly have his children. Mr. Parkhurst believes that his progeny will create a super race that will save the planet. He pleaded not guilty to felony burglary related to the alleged incident in Seal Beach. This was not last year. It was October 2017. It's taken this long to go to court. And to 2 additional unrelated charges of indecent exposure and a misdemeanor count of a misdemeanor count of peeking through a mail slot. What? So it's a wait, if you're okay, let me get this straight. Can you like look in somebody's window? Is that your peeping Tom if you do that, right? Is that a misdemeanor or is that a felony?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is that?
But
what is that?
You
can do it through a mail
peeping
slot and get a
Tom.
slap on the wrist, maybe pay a little fine.
That's right.
But don't look through a window.
Peeking through a mail slot.
Good God.
How do they read that with a straight face? Jurors in Orange County, California disagreed and convicted Parkhurst of those 4 charges on February 20th. They failed to reach a verdict on an additional felony charge alleging assault with the intent to commit a sex offense, which prosecutors later dismissed. Parkhurst's attorney blamed his client's delusion on his failure to stop taking medication for schizophrenia after his girlfriend died and he lost his home.
Oh.
So now you feel sorry for him, don't you?
I feel bad.
Now you feel sorry for him. He began hearing voices emanating from his television.
Of course.
I hear voices
Poltergeist.
emanating from my television every time I watch television, but they were telling him to do things.
Right, you don't really get static on the screen anymore.
No, like in Poltergeist,
yeah.
there's not, no, you just got a black screen there. Prosecutors say he exposed himself to a woman who was out walking her dog in Seal Beach, remarking, nice dog. And then adding, I'm walking mine too.
Y'all think he's crazy, but I gotta tell you,
He's got one of those leashes that's
like a taxi. The
leash that's got the little.
The same day, he was accused of sneaking into a woman's residence, according to Patch.com, really. She was sleeping on her couch and woke up when she realized he was sucking on her toes.
Oh my God.
That is so bizarre.
How do you guys get this guy's cover though? Is just amazing. Is that how you get women were willingly having his children? Or he just said that.
No, he believed that they would
willingly
have his children. Apparently, if he sucked on her
toes. That's how. Well, I mean, that's how babies are made, right?
Aren't they?
I think so.
You ever had your toes sucked on?
No, I have not.
See, Ron, that's how you do it. He's not ever had his. I have.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Did you get pregnant?
Those records are sealed. Have you ever sucked on a toe?
Yes. I mean, no.
Okay, so
see, Ron, that's how it's done.
Ron, please take your cues from Mr. Morse here, because he does know how to either confirm or deny something. I don't understand it. I don't get the foot thing.
I also, I'm going to admire this guy because his cover is just superb. Can you imagine just like waking up and some rando is sucking on your toes, and the first thing he says to you when you start to freak out is, "It's okay, I'm a Greek god."
It's so.
Call me.
Relax.
It's cool. It's cool.
Call me Zeus.
It's cool. I came from the clouds. I came from the stars. Okay, I
just want to know if he was in cosplay at the time.
That's a good question.
Was he wearing
the toga?
Exactly.
Because you know what's funny
I
now
saw
that I
what
think
you
about
did
it?
there, Toga.
Do you guys think that maybe, because I mean, like, he's not really doing anything outside of what a frat boy would do,
right?
Exposing yourself, talking about how you're walking a dog to random females just for the laughs, wearing a toga as you sneak into a girl's room.
Yeah, this is all things.
This is all frat boy behavior.
Yeah. So he does kind of have the crazy eyes. I will say that.
Oh, there's a picture of him?
Yeah,
I need to see this picture.
He's not. Can you take that screen there?
That's Brown Panther.
It does. He does have a.
That's Brown Panther.
I mean, he's kind of got the crazy dark lights are on, but nobody's home eyes.
Look, dude, if you woke up and somebody was sucking your toe and you woke up and saw that,
Well,
yeah, no.
Well, I mean, first of all, when you wake up, you realize it's. Are you thinking?
My first thought would not be, "Hey, I
feels-
want you to impregnate me. I want to have your baby."
My first thought would be, did I wash my feet? Because that can't possibly taste good.
That's the punishment for him sinking in.
My second thought would be, do I like this? Do I like it? Do I fake being asleep, or do I just?
I gotta wonder what he thought the end result would be. Like, I mean, I understand that the other, but do you think that like they'd wake up and he'd be sucking on their toes, and they would just turn around and
Now,
be
here's
like,
my question.
They'd be like, yes.
Here's
please,
my
man.
question: was he ever successful?
At what? At knocking one of them up?
No, at
waking up and then
one of them waking up going,
I don't know. It doesn't say how many times he tried it.
They
You
say
would
that
think.
they say that if you ask 100 women, at least one of like if whether or not they want to have sex, at least one of them will say yes.
Oh, it's a definite numbers game.
Yeah,
It's
so
a numbers
if
game.
you
That's
suck
all it
on
is.
enough toes, eventually one of them will wake up and be like, you know what, I do feel like getting impregnated by a Greek god today.
Except I doubt that the one who says that she would feel like it would be somebody.
She might be an autosexual having a lapse.
She could be.
To those of you who don't know what an autosexual is, go to our last show yesterday after this show, watch it, and inform thyself. That's
this just wow. That's what's happening in this country. In Germany, the new leader of the conservative Democratic Union there, her name is Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer. That's a mouthful.
Karrenbauer.
She has been blasting for mocking gender laws at a carnival and telling jokes about the latte macchiato party. They've installed these trans bathrooms in Berlin.
Of course they have.
Apparently they call her AKK over there. She made the comments while attending the Jester's Court in Stockach, southern Germany, an annual carnival-like mock trial in which high-ranking politicians are invited to act as defendants. So it's something to do with men sitting down to pee. It's for the man who can't decide if they want to sit or stand when they pee, she said. The audience, all dressed in silly carnival costumes, immediately burst into laughter, showering AKK, poor choice of words, with applause.
Yeah, that's a bad choice of words.
Yeah, the joke didn't land well. You ever sat to pee?
Yes. There are times as a man when you should.
Ron?
There are times as a man where you can't.
Yes.
When you can't sit to pee?
Seriously, dude.
Why?
Yeah, there are times.
Morning wood?
Yeah.
Oh! I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that.
Well, see, there are
That's what
certain
you
times, like after sex, you know, you
Right.
don't stand to pee.
Right,
you don't know where it's going.
That's true.
It's like a water sprinkler at that
Have
point.
you seen that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Irene,
Yeah.
why am I peeing like I just had sex?
I've never laughed so hard in my life watching that.
He's trying to he takes a picture off the wall. He's like,
He's trying to ricochet it back there.
But that's true. It's true to life. That's you.
It is
There are
absolutely.
times when, as a man, you don't know where it's going to go, and you don't want to take the time and effort to have to clean up your mess around the
Right.
toilet bowl.
Yes.
You sit down and you just have a
Yes.
clean. You have a clean go with it. You get up. You get on with your life.
Or
Do you ever feel so emasculated when somebody sits across from you and goes, "Have you ever sat to pee?" And your first response is immediate, "Yeah, oh, no, yeah, no."
Or you can open the shower door, turn on the shower, and you can pee into the shower.
Yes, you can do that.
That works too.
You
Look,
can do that.
Show me a man that's never peed in the shower.
I can't.
Exactly.
I cannot.
I'll bet
That's
you
exactly
I'll
right.
bet Matlock wouldn't admit it.
Matlock, there's no, in my mind, I don't know this for a fact. Let me just preface it. Matt's peed in the shower.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's ever peed sitting
That
down.
should be like a question that you ask somebody that you're about to hire to find out whether or not he's a liar.
And finally,
To see what he
Mr.
does.
Smith,
Exactly. Have you ever peed in the shower? No,
your
sir.
resume
Get
looks
out.
fantastic. You have
Get
all the
out.
qualifications. Just one final question. You ever pee sitting down?
He came in and he said, "Yep, I've peed in the shower."
There it is. See?
Has he ever peed sitting down? Has he?
This is the question. We'll see if he admits
No,
this.
he hadn't responded yet.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's which
Because
means-
the answer is yes, and
Yeah.
you can't say it.
Yeah. They said, of course, the left over in Germany responded with, "Do you really need to make cheap jokes at the expense of intersex and transsexual people?"
By the way, he said yes.
Of course.
Wow, he admitted it? What the hell? Is he going to therapy or something?
He's like a new man.
This is a little scary when...
He's going to come in here and start talking about his feelings. Just go. Damn it, there he is!
You've peed sitting down. Yes. It's, if you have to clean your own toilet, you realize it's a whole lot better if you pee sitting down.
Yeah.
Because then it's a lot less messy.
Oh, that's a big deterrent. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I'm secure enough in my masculinity, but I hate cleaning.
It doesn't matter how hard you try. Thank you.
Yeah.
That toilet's going to be a wreck.
Yeah. Yep, that's absolutely true. But yeah, they say that it was a joke at the expense of intersex and transsexual people. It's terribly embarrassing. Green Party lawmaker Sven Lehman wrote in a tweet.
That sounds like a Green Party name. Sven Lehman.
What the heck? No one has a sense of humor anymore.
I really do agree with that statement. I feel like comedy's like it's become taboo to be funny.
It really has.
Well, comedians are always constantly having to be aware of their audience and what they're saying and how they say it. And
that's one of the things they tell us in
ridiculous.
class is like, be wary of your audience. Like I can remember.
I guarantee you, Robin Williams, he didn't give a damn.
Oh no, he didn't give a damn.
Oh no,
But there are certain movies that would never even be made nowadays because those comedians would be run out of Hollywood. Do you think that there would be another Blazing Saddles today?
Oh, hell
White
no.
chicks.
Yeah, white chicks. Well, no, they can make a white chicks.
They can make white chicks. They
because
just
that's
can't
making
do
fun of
black
white
chicks.
people. Yeah, that's okay. But you can't do the exact opposite. All right.
No. Yeah, you cannot do that at all.
But Mel Brooks movies are right out. Monty Python.
Yep.
Monty Python would be they would be banned in the UK right now. Like they would be chased out of the freaking UK for some of the jokes that they made.
Some of the funniest stuff I've ever watched, Monty Python.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And they were
Hill.
irreverent. They were
Benny Hill was
Benny Hill was hilarious.
And the little guy, the little bald guy, he'd run around and slap on the back of the head because the little bald guy was always staring at boobs.
Yeah.
Benny Hill was my what is it you're
Was
looking
your
at?
spirit
the Sears,
animal?
No, the Sears lingerie catalog. That was my Benny Hill.
Wait, hold on. You might want to explain that one.
Yeah.
He was your Benny. Oh, because you got to see the boobs. I got you. It's like, this is not computing. Something's not making sense here. But okay. Yeah, the little guy, what was his name? He's dead too. I'm sure they're all dead. Because that was forever
I like
ago.
how this is going comedic and then suddenly he's dead.
He's dead.
He died.
I do that. I watch
Everyone's
shows and I go,
dead.
wow, this is the scene of dead people. It had happened. What was I watching the other day? It was like, man, they're all dead.
I actually thought about that the other day while I was watching Homeward Bound. Those
With the
dogs.
animal. Oh, yeah, they're dead.
The dogs.
Yeah.
Like that made me sad.
Well,
They're
God
dead.
bless you guys, because I can't see a freaking Amazon package on my doorstep anymore without thinking of Doc. God bless him.
For those of you that weren't listening, the Postal Service left Doc on the front porch
Next to an Amazon box.
Amazon box. Yeah, but Doc got the last laugh because now he's at Disney World and on the beach
That's exactly right.
at the same time.
Lido Beach. That was the beach that she was
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Well, don't tell them. People go there and try to pick pieces of him up.
Shh.
Not
Somewhere.
certain there's pieces
I've got
to
a
be
jar of
picked.
Doc.
You don't know that. You ever shaken a box of somebody who's been cremated?
No.
It sounds like sand with rocks in it.
Well, it kind of is sand with rocks in it.
Yeah, it
because I had
kinda
my
is,
dog
yeah.
cremated.
So have you shaken that box?
I did not shake it, but there was
Shake that
shake it. Huh?
Did you get your dog back in a Ziploc bag?
No, they actually
Mine
gave me
did.
like a
I got mine back. She's in a box.
yeah,
But it's
Oh, yeah,
inside
yeah.
a Ziploc
Well, no,
bag.
yeah,
in a box.
he's in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
But they put it in a very nice wooden box
Yeah,
with his name
yeah.
on it and stuff, and we scattered his ashes on
Yeah.
the ranch and then the beach and stuff like that where he lived, and so, but yeah, it was actually like the consistency felt like something you would find like
Yeah.
at the bottom of a creek bed sometime, you know, like,
Yeah.
It's
weird.
on like a beach down in Mexico where it's that real rough sand.
Yeah, that rough sand. Yeah, and that's
absolutely.
exactly what it kind of comes out like. And I thought that was kind of strange that whenever we're cremated, we are just kind of relegated to beach sand.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's kind of...
from the dust, thy shall return.
My friend Cindy, for the longest time after she died, she was in a corner cabinet at their house. And I would go over to the corner cabinet and talk to Cindy every now and then.
Oh, really?
It was comforting.
Yeah.
Very comforting. Maybe a little weird, but quite
So if you want to
comforting.
have a conversation with Doc, you just find the nearest UPS guy.
No, it was the Postal Service.
USPS.
USPS, yes.
My apologies.
No, they didn't.
I wonder if they knew it. They couldn't have known it.
No.
Oh,
they don't even know when they're carrying, because like people use the postal system all the time to to give away all sorts of illegal things.
Right.
So you don't like the USPS. This is actually a Mitch Hedberg joke. He's like, I like a UPS guy because he's my drug dealer and he don't even know it.
Well, when you go to mail something at the post office, they say, is there anything hazardous, flammable, breakable, blah, blah. They ask you like 4 different questions.
Yeah.
And what moron ever goes,
You know what our postal
there it
service
is."
delivered the other day, right?
What?
We got a gift from a gag gift. Izzo got a gag gift from one of our listeners.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a big old tube that came in, and on the side of the tube, I'm not even joking. Here's what it says. Bear with me, folks. BigAssDildos.com. Thank you and come again. I'm not joking. I guarantee you when he was driving around with that, he was showing all his buddies.
That would be this bell, by the way, because that's not a double entendre.
That
That
is
is
the
a flat out there.
highlight of his career.
Big ass.
Remember that one time?
Wait a minute. When did that come? See, now that would be this bell. Thank you.
I think it came I think it came on Monday because
So-
Izzo was already gone.
Oh, he already, like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
So where is it?
It's over here. Let me get it.
Let's break that bad boy out. That should be in the middle of the table here. And while he's looking for that, let me tell you about EraCapitalManagement.com.
Yeah, because that's exactly
They're very
what we need to
proud
talk
to
about.
be a sponsor of this program. If you have maybe an old 401k, or perhaps old sex toy. Wow. The BigAssDildos.com. There's nothing in here, though.
No. It's just a
so
tube.
Well, that's disappointing.
Brad was hoping.
I was, and you didn't say who it was addressed to.
Who is it addressed?
It's funny because they couldn't fit it all on there. So it's addressed to Izzo's Micro P. And then it's a blank, and then it says tackled by security.
Tackled by security.
Yeah, look at the address there. So it's addressed to Izzo's Micro P.
I think
Now there's a letter inside it, by the way. There was not a in it.
Right.
So I
There
think
was not a what in it.
Dildo.
Do you think
So
that
you
the
were afraid to say dildo?
USPS, because it looks like they started to print out the label, and then apparently, I guess the USPS has a cuss word filter on their label printer?
Here's the irony of that. When Doc was in Vegas trying to write Micro P, he couldn't get that either.
Tackled by security.
That's what it is. Okay,
That's
so
what it is,
that's
tackled by security.
okay.
Yep.
And
so
so
they wrote that. Got it. Sorry, I'm a little slow on that.
That's fascinating.
slow
That
on the
apparently
uptake.
there is a cuss word filter at the USPS. So
Well, no, I think that's whoever filled that out. That's the address that they put in there because
What's funny is they delivered that tube without it being wrapped up or marked.
That's a good question. A good point. They just carried this around at the post office.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
Threw it at the
He
guy.
showed it to every damn body before he brought it over here.
Wow.
Whoever did it, step forward. Whoever did this,
No,
I
know
need
who
to
it
kind of
is.
shake your hand.
I
Well,
know who it is. They
I'm
sent
watching
me an email.
Oh, it was?
Oh yeah, I know who it is.
That person is a hero.
She
is a damn wow. She is a damn hero.
I bet I know who it is. Speaking of 401ks, you have other investment assets scattered all over the place. Perhaps you invested in BigAssDildos.com, which ironically, you probably would make quite a bit of money on that. Just saying. You owe it to yourself to consolidate and simplify your life. You can contact Era Capital Management today, Jake and the gang there. I think it's a gang of one, but it's a good gang. They can help out, put your investment plan in place to help grow your wealth. Seriously, if you don't have a plan for retirement, then you've got a little problem because who was it the other day who said my plan is to work until I die. That's
Yeah.
I sent that name to you guys.
Oh, yes. I read it. Good.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
There needs to be like a Hall of Fame.
I don't know who that is, but I like her. So eracapitalmanagement.com. If you seriously, if you've got to, you have to have a plan for when you retire. Otherwise, your retirement's going to suck, and you don't want it to suck.
No.
You want it to be a good retirement. You want to have fun. You want to be able to spend your time on the beach when you're not dust. You want to be able to actually still have feet and arms and stuff and be able to look out at the beach. Your life with Era. Your life with Era.
Your life, your era. Invest in it.
Your life, sorry. Let me try that again. Just erase that portion of the tape. As I was saying, your life, your era. Invest in it. Era Capital Management, LLC is a registered investment advisor. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. Visit eracapitalmanagement.com or call 509-559-6229. That's 509-596-229. 5095-5926-6229. Just go to eracapitalmanagement.com. It's probably going to be a whole lot easier that way. So seriously, that's who sent the
Yes.
I'm proud of her. Like,
I don't know. Do I know?
She messaged me and she said, "Did you guys get any packages today?"
Oh.
And I responded to her and I said,
"Oh, that was the email. I saw that email."
I said, "We got several packages. Which one was yours?" I knew which one it was when I asked the question.
The package was the package. See?
By the way, we are apparently idiots. And
no, that's Slanting Duck just being a dick.
No, it's Stinky that said, "My God, you idiots! It was a joke about Doc not being able to finish rifle putting a light pen. Have y'all been smoking weed? No, we're doing a radio show.
Jeez.
It's harder to think about things when you're doing live radio. And now that I get the joke,
I have to remind you of all of the crap that I now have to do because Asshat went for a jog in front of a train.
He's not even supposed to be in this first chair. He says."
I searched daily for my sense of humor.
Show some respect to this man.
Dear God in heaven.
Your sense of humor is probably in that tube right there, Brad. I'm just saying.
I'm actually disappointed that there's nothing in the tube aside from a letter. I mean, I guess the gag is.
Yeah, the letter is like, ha ha, it was a gag.
It's a gag.
If I'd opened that thing up and there had been a,
The
you've already
funny part
said
about this
dildo.
is, though,
you can still
I'd
say
have stuck that right on the glass. Pop!
The funny part is like, you know what? Like, this is a great joke. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is a great joke. But the delivering of it
is even funnier.
Is even funnier because you have to think.
Yes.
This lady
carried that around.
This lady carried it around in the post office in public, just like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
No. I'll bet you. No, you order it online, so then they
delivered it. It was drop shipped.
So I'm sure that a bunch more went out that day from that same company.
Oh, you think so? And they just had that like printed. Oh, that's not as fun.
But see, when the postal service carrier,
the service guy had to carry it around
when their kids are asking them, "How was your day?" Well, let me explain it.
Let me tell you what I go through for you.
So you're saying
shit.
the delivery, the postal service worker
left it laying on the counter out here.
He walked around with it first,
exactly,
showing everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that legal? Is that legal for him to do that?
I don't know. It says it all over the top.
I mean,
I think it's probably legal.
Didn't he break some sort of
I don't think so, because like
rule?
if he had taken it out of the packaging, then yes, that would have been the case. But just walking around with it, and because I mean, like this was just exposed for everyone to see.
See, now you're learning. How do we know that there wasn't? Does it say when you read the letter that there was nothing in the package? I mean, was there supposed to be one in there? There wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's, again, I'm going to have to. You ever been to a sex store?
Yes.
Do you feel?
No.
Which is
when you order from Adam and Eve, it comes in a very discreet box.
Yeah. I have.
Don't ask me how I know.
You've ever been in a sex store?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I have.
Hustler. Have you ever been in the Hustler store in Hollywoad?
No.
Not in Hollywood. I've been to Hustler Hollywood in Nashville.
Yeah.
I have been hustled.
I've been. I'll tell that story sometime too. I love the sign in Hustler Hollywood. It says "Relax. It's just sex."
Yep.
Everybody walking through that store is here because, well, somebody had sex.
You know what's funny is everybody in that store, when you walk in, you automatically become a very mature person.
Yes, you do.
Everyone there's on their best behavior. It's suddenly like
and you're
church.
immature. Yeah, if you walk in there immature, your ass is getting kicked.
That's so funny. It's like you don't giggle or make sex puns. You come in here, it's just like Sunday school back when you were a kid. Be on your best behavior.
I'm interested in one of these probes.
Can I ask you some questions about this, please?
Now, is this waterproof?
Welcome to the back door. Oh, it is. This is a day that the Lord has made, is it not? Praise be.
There was actually a gay bar in Lancaster where I grew up called the Back Door.
I just made that up. I like the fact that it's an actual.
Yes, called the Back Door.
Brad, look at that! Look at that shot right there.
Which one? Where? Oh, thank you. I'm sure one of the jackholes has already scream grabbed that one. Here, that's it. There. Now let me put my hands around it. There you go. There's your screenshot right there. Enjoy that one. There was one in Nashville called the Shoot.
The Shoot.
Mm-hmm. Ever been to a gay bar?
You think those
Yes.
are puns? I'm just asking.
Yes, I have been to a gay bar.
You get the best service at a gay bar.
You know what's fun? Like, and they're also really good for boosting your morale.
Yes,
like,
they are.
I came there with ding ding ding. I went there. Sorry, folks. I went there with a gay friend of mine and a female friend.
Right.
And this was in Galveston. Mm-hmm. And I walk in there and I'm just sitting at the bar. And I told my gay buddy, I was like, just, hang around me. And if anyone starts to come up to me and hit on me, just like intervene, pretend like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, as he went off to go talk to somebody. And sure enough, these gay guys kept coming up to me wanting to buy me drinks. And I'm just like, wow, I'm actually kind of attractive. And I'm getting free drinks.
If you're going through a breakup or something,
just go to a gay bar.
Go to a gay bar.
You don't have to participate per se.
You can if you want, whatever.
But hey, if the girl can go to a bar and just like tease guys for free drinks and a boost for her self-esteem, why can't I?
I see absolutely no problem with it.
No problem with that whatsoever.
It's an esteem booster, and quite frankly, you got a good shot at somebody buying your drinks.
Exactly.
And you don't have to put out.
You can drink free all night at a gay bar.
Oh yes, absolutely.
All night.
I'm not sure anymore. I mean, back in my younger days, they had I was kind of hot. Now anymore, I just I'm just the dumpy middle-aged fat guy that walks in.
I think you're attractive,
so I have to work harder to get my drinks paid for. I'm not above it. That's all I'm saying. Whatever it takes. As they say, a free drink is a free drink.
That's right.
Free drink.
That's right.
And they say this is Doc Thompson's Daily Mojo. Turns next.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump is denouncing as a political hoax the House Democrats' wide-ranging Russia investigation.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to our country. I'm not surprised that it's happening. Basically, they've started the campaign.
Mr. Trump says Democrats are still upset with the outcome of the 2016 election and are harassing him with investigations. The president's former personal lawyer makes a return visit to Capitol Hill today.
Michael Cohen back in front of the House Intelligence Committee for a second day of closed-door testimony expected to focus on Russian interference in the 2016 election. This, a day after new questions were raised about Cohen's testimony last week that he never sought a pardon from the Trump administration. The Wall Street Journal reporting that Cohen's attorney raised the idea of a pardon after the FBI raided Cohen's home and office last April.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says more than 76,000 migrants crossed the U.S.-Mexico border last month. According to CBP Commissioner Kevin Mikulinin, the system is well beyond capacity and remains at the breaking point. Homeland Security Secretary Nielsen may be asked about that. She testifies today before the House Homeland Security Committee. We never know what a day may bring. A painful reminder of that as Jack Crisp mourns the death of his 6-year-old nephew. Little A.J. Hernandez, one of the youngest victims of the tornadoes, devastated the small town of Beauregard, Alabama last weekend.
Oh, I love him, man. I love you. And I wish I got one more just little hug or something, you know, because he was here just the day before it all happened. And, you know, of course, you know, not even expecting what's to come.
The twisters flattened Beauregard, claiming at least 23 lives in the process. President Trump will visit the disaster area on Friday. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 35 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-452-1075. 800-452-1075. That's 800-452-1075.
If you're tired of being fat, that's the simplest way I can put it, try Riduzone. It's not magic, it's science. It's a simple way to help keep yourself from overeating. Go to Riduzone. That's Riduzone.com.
So let's talk about the Golden Globes. Christian Bale said Satan inspired him playing Dick Cheney. Did Satan also inspire him to assault his wife, his sister, and his mother? Did Satan also inspire that? Just asking.
Brandon Morse, today at 1. MoJo 50.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
This is the MoJo 50 Institute for the Advanced Application of Freedom. Ya bitches.
Mothership has landed.
As a public service, we want to let you know that if you lost your turtles, they found them in the Philippines.
Oh, praise God.
The Philippine police there have seized more than 1,500 live turtles and tortoises that were found in duct tape at the Manila airport.
Oh.
You know, that's the airport that they named the folders after.
Are the turtles okay?
Yeah, the reptiles found in 4 unclaimed pieces of luggage apparently could have sold for more than 4.5 million pesos.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a ton of pesos. What is that, like, converted to U.S. dollars? That's like, what, 50 bucks?
It's more than that. It's carry the one. You just over there. $86,631.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, the police believe the bags were abandoned after the carrier found out about the harsh penalties for illegal wildlife trafficking.
Oh,
which is kind of strange. If caught, you could get 2 years in jail and fined up to $200,000, 200,000 pesos.
Good Lord!
Which compared again with the guy in Israel who killed the 3 people, he got what, 10 years per person?
He got 10 years per person. I think $10,000 also per person.
Let's just take that as a person. So you get 10 years if you kill a person,
right,
and 2 years if you smuggle turtles.
Also, if you kill an eagle while it's still in the egg, you could go to prison for a very, very long time. However, if you kill a person in the womb, you will be given applause.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some
weird things happening.
We've got some really weird stuff in the world today.
Yeah.
If you hadn't noticed.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
Speaking of weird, today is, by the way, you wouldn't be able to know it if you looked at your iPhone, because for whatever reason, the holiday calendar in the iPhone does not recognize the first day of Lent, but it does recognize the Hindu holiday of Holi or Holly.
Holi. Oh, thank God they do that, because I was very concerned about the celebration of Holi and my respect for it.
Yes, absolutely.
That I stayed up at night thinking about, am I going to miss it? I hope I don't miss it.
Right.
Google is making sure that you don't.
Right.
That the holiday that you care most about, Holi. Are you not obsessed with it yourself?
Is it Google or is it iPhone?
Is it Apple? I'm sorry, Apple. Apple. Well, they're interchangeable.
Who does they pretty much are anymore.
Yeah.
But if you were counting the days, it is March 21st is the day of Holi.
The day of.
But today is the first day of Lent.
Yeah.
Are you Catholic?
I am not Catholic, though. I do attend a Methodist church, and
that's Catholic life.
It's Catholic life.
I grew up in,
and they participate in the Ash Wednesday, and I participated, I think, the year before last. Yeah, I put the ash on my head and everything, and came into work, and
everybody looks at you and goes,
"Yeah,
got something on your forehead."
Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's I got Jesus."
Yeah, thank you.
I came down with Jesus.
Right. There you go. Well, everybody has to give something up for Lent, unless you're Methodist, which you don't have to. And these are some ideas. Actually, I thought these were this is according to a teen blog. So if you've got teenagers, or you are one, this is actually a list of things that you actually can give up for Lent. And the best part, they say that even though they're a bit odd, they will actually help you be holy.
Huh.
So these are honest. These are things you can do that actually you can give up for Lent. Number one. Sorry, I ate one too many frogs. Don't eat the last bite of your food.
Huh?
That is something you can do for Lent. The idea, of course, is you're suffering, right? I mean, it's to
you're the whole entire idea is that you're giving up something important to you,
right? Okay. See, if I had spent more time listening in church, I would have known.
But see, here I have a problem with that, though. Giving up your last bite of food. That's like a lot of wasted food.
Well, it doesn't say somebody else can't eat it.
I mean, I suppose that's true, but I mean, at the same time, like, let's say that you've got the last bit of steak on your plate,
right?
And everyone else is full,
right?
And everyone else has like that. There's like basically a smorgasbord of food still on the table, and then we're just going to toss it.
You could put it in a box and send it to the starving kid in China. Remember, there's always finish your food. There's starving children in China.
Yeah, look, I care about starving kids in China, but not enough to.
Plus, it'd be ruined by the time it got there anyway.
Yeah.
You could park at the very back of the parking lot.
I do that anyway.
At the gym, that's always the funniest thing. The people who try to get the door.
I never understood. It's like, I need to get a good parking spot in front of
Don't understand that.
In front. Why? You're going to work out.
Yes. I've gotten to where now I do actually try to find the parking spot that's not close to wherever I'm going in. Unless it's raining.
Yeah, unless it's raining, that's true. But I mean, like or it's like ridiculously cold.
If it's too hot, or if it's too cold, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I never understood like the obsession with having to get the closest parking spot to the building. It's not that far of a walk. Get your lazy ass in gear,
right?
But just walk there.
Well, but you are discounting the hazards between you and the front door.
I might have to talk to somebody. And
you might have either human contact or possibly get hit by a car. Well, I mean, it could happen.
It could happen. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Yes. Doc did get hit by a train.
Yes, and who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
You can put a popcorn kernel in your shoe every day. That's
why.
And again, these are serious things that the article was written by Christine Meade.
Christine Meade. Put a kernel of popcorn in your shoe.
Yes, because it's uncomfortable. And it makes you...
Okay, she's not talking about like a crunchy piece of popcorn. She's talking about
a popcorn
like
kernel.
a popcorn kernel.
Yeah,
not
but that would piss me off.
Is the object to just be uncomfortable?
No, I think it's so that you're aware.
I thought it was giving up something.
But it's to make you aware of why you're doing it. Isn't it?
That makes no sense to me. I'm lost.
I'd much rather have a sticky note on the mirror.
It's like, I'm just going to cover my floor in
Legos.
Legos.
Rock in my shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you okay? But in this case, you're giving up comfort?
I'm going to cover my floor in Legos for the Lord. That makes no sense. Why are you doing it? Because I'm uncomfortable
Yeah, because
and I
then
love
you would
God.
say God's name every time you walk
Exactly.
around.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Lord. I don't mean to take your name in vain. I'm just making a point.
That's who you're supposed to think of.
Please forgive me and protect the starving pygmies down in New Guinea.
Don't use your apps.
Well, that's just impossible.
That's impossible.
That's giving, okay, but that's giving something up.
I gave up things that like were important to me. Look, I gave up video games for Lent one time,
right?
Which, as a gamer, was very difficult for me to do. I will say, however,
Everything's
that my
relative.
life improved significantly.
There
So
you
what
go.
am I doing? But yeah, I mean, like something that is important to me that I really enjoy. You know,
Well,
and
okay.
I don't see how me putting a kernel.
Do you enjoy it when you walk across the floor and you are pain-free?
Yes, but
okay,
that's,
well then when you put a popcorn kernel in your shoe, you're not pain-free, so you are giving up the comfort.
I
You're
guess
giving up the
that's a good
pain-freedness.
point. I guess that's a good point. I just like
It's like having the
giving
pebble
up
in your
modes of transportation. Your primary mode of transportation, which is walking, is a little.
Well, you're not giving it up. You're just not
giving it up, but
comfortable.
you're just not comfortable with it. I get it, but I
You're
thought you were supposed to
uncomfortable in
give
what you're
it.
doing.
I thought you were supposed to give something up. You know,
You're
like,
giving up the comfort. It's like with chocolate. If you give up chocolate for Lent, you are. It's not like it's going to kill you.
Right.
It's just you're jonesing for some chocolate.
Right.
And in this case, you'd be jonesing for. I wish that popcorn
guess
kernel
that's true.
wasn't in my shoe.
I guess that's true. I guess that's
So
the
it's
point.
it's technically. I can see your point where it would be. Yes, it's supposed to be annoying. It's supposed to be something that causes you some pain.
You know
because
what-
otherwise it's stupid to give something up if it doesn't hurt.
You know what would be the hardest thing for me to give up today? I can just tell you straight up. Watching YouTube.
I don't know if
Watching
that's on this
YouTube
list
brings
or
me
not.
so much joy.
I don't know if
Like it's
on-
how I relax. It's how I get informed. YouTube is like my favorite.
Well,
if I had to give up YouTube, that would be the hardest damn thing.
It could that would fall under don't use your apps, wouldn't it? Because YouTube on your phone is an app.
I guess technically, but I could still go to the website on my computer. I could get around it. I could get around using the app.
Yeah, because it doesn't say you're giving a. Yeah, that would be giving up the YouTube on your phone,
Right.
but
not YouTube, the website, period. Right. Yeah, I could even on my phone. I guess no, because I guess the browser
technically
would be
though, if you're doing that, you're not doing it right. I mean, you're supposed to. Again, you're supposed to. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. So you're cheating on your thing. Your give it upness. What do you call it when you give something up for Lent?
Giving something up for Lent.
I know, but what do you call it in the one step removed? You're giving up the.
I don't know. I'm not Catholic. Johnny Mac said Google gave up Lent for Lent.
Google gave up Lent for Lent?
Yeah, or Apple gave up Lent for Lent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't. I wonder what the Google thing is right today. Let's see here. Google.com. We're gonna go there and see what they have no doodle on their Google right now. Usually, whenever it's an important holiday or something like that, or somebody's birthday
Right.
or whatever, they'll have a Google Doodle. Google tends to refuse to do any doodles for Christianity.
Oh, but they will for like the Muslim religion or
Yeah, they'll
Hinduism?
do that, or they'll just some obscure feminist. They'll make one for her.
And you're surprised?
No, I'm not surprised, but I'm still angry. I'm salty about it. I'm a little salty about it.
Use DuckDuckGo.
That's what I do. I use DuckDuckGo.
I do too. Get to know your neighbors. That's something else. So, are you giving something up in that case, or are you doing again? You're doing something that makes you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Which that would be me. That would because I have no idea. I
Yeah.
mean, I think I've said hi to my neighbors once.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's
do I
funny
wanna
is
know them for?
I don't like talking to my neighbors.
I don't either
at all.
I don't like talking to people.
The people, yeah, that's true. But it's like we live across from a couple. This is hilarious. We live across from a couple. They just recently got married,
Yeah.
and they're good people.
Is she hot?
I'm not allowed to say.
There you are. No one's listening. Is she hot?
She's all right.
Okay.
But they're a lovely couple, and this
Wow,
at one point in time,
she's not hot.
At one point in time, the wife of the guy put up a wreath on the door, which according to my fiance,
so they're a cisgender couple.
Yeah, they're the worst. According to my fiance, however, that was like a challenge to her supremacy of the hallway. So now My fiance bought a mat that said welcome, but then underneath that mat, she put another rug. So it's like a fancy looking in front of our doorway. And now she's planning at also getting a wreath that we can hang on our doorway.
Nice.
Because that bitch ain't going to outdo her.
Right.
I didn't realize that this was a thing.
Ooh, now, wait a minute. Now, okay, so she is hot. Okay, now I'm seeing how this is working out. All right, I got you. I'm reading the code. I'm reading the Morse code in this one.
There is a Morse code in everything. Under everything, there is a Morse code.
Let's see. After you get to know you can pray the Hail Mary and do an ab crunch for every single word.
That's just a good idea because you're exercising and worshiping the Lord.
Yes,
that's good.
So these are things. Again, this is the list. The website is called Life Teen, so this is stuff that you would or if you have a teenager, you are a teen, or you just want to act like one, which I do most days.
Yeah,
you can stop complaining and or being negative.
Well,
so
that's right out.
Yeah, be giving up complaining.
That's my entire show.
That'd be hard to do.
That would be the Morse code would actually just like be me just going, hey,
what's up?
How are things, guys?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Are we?
What's your dream?
Yeah, tell me about yourself. I'm always talking. How awesome are Legos?
Right. Enough about me. What do you think of me?
That's.
You can give up texting and call whomever you need to talk to.
Yeah, I do that anyway. I hate
that.
Texting.
Would be hard for the younger generation.
Yeah, that's more
hard for me. I hate talking on the phone.
The Gen Zers, they don't know how to make phone calls.
No,
talking on the
phone.
See,
Half the millennials don't either.
I'm the exact opposite. Like when I get a text, I immediately just be like,
oh, it's much easier. You get a text, you answer it, and you're done. You
but
don't
that's
have to
not
think about it.
There's no social
nowadays.
interaction in texting, and that's why the kids do it.
But nowadays that's not the way
My
it is. Just
daughter
people
will
want to
text
have
me from upstairs, dude.
People want to have entire conversations via text, and I'm just like, if you have something to say and you want to have a back and forth, call me.
Isn't it more efficient to talk about?
Yes, it is way more efficient to talk on the phone about it. But if you have a quick message like, "Hey, I'll be there at 7," that's fine.
Yep,
that's fine. That's the purpose of texting right there. But if I have to sit here and have a novel length conversation with you via text, after a while, I will start to you will see it in my wording. I will be.
There are a lot
annoyed.
of people who don't realize that if you own a MacBook or a Mac computer, that you can do your texting on your
computer, which is actually how I'd like to do it.
So people get freaked out because they get this long text from me when I haven't had time to type it out on a phone, and they're like, "How'd you type that so fast?"
Yeah, that's what
I'm not using my phone, dork.
And I think that's I don't mind actually answering text via my computer just because I'm a very fast typer and it's so easy. But I'm sitting. I hate autocorrect and having to go back and say that, and then screw you if you use emojis.
You know what I got scolded for from my 13-year-old last night?
What?
Putting a period at the end of my sentence in a text.
Dare you?
Is that a bad
thing
says,
now? That is so formal, Dad.
That's so formal.
She says, why do you sound so formal in your text?
You know what's...
I'm like, text is...
It's words. Is it not words? Is it not writing? The human language? Are we not using that?
She says, that's how I can tell you're old.
I will say this, though.
By putting a period at the end of a sentence?
Using punctuation.
I will say this, though. There are times when if you do put a period, that does mean that you're being very serious and very forward, and apparently that
Isn't that what an exclamation point is for?
If you use an exclamation point, however, that means you're happy. So you could be like, "Hey, I'll be there at 7." Not "I'll be there at 7."
But exclamation points are overused.
They are overused.
All I typed was, "Can you come down and see me?" Oh no, I said.
Well, that'd be a question mark.
Here's
anyway,
what I said.
So.
I said, "Kate, come see me."
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay." Question mark.
But used a period, and therefore that means she's in some deep doo-doo.
Well, but here's the problem. You can't read tone in text.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Come see me is the equivalent of I want to see you in my office right now.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
and you used a period. However, if you use an exclamation mark, she'd be like, "Okay, Daddy, I'm coming."
If you got a sec?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
That's different. She was reading
she
reading
told
the
me
tone
about
without
spelling
the
out the word "your."
Oh no!
Instead of "you are."
Oh, I always do that now too. You might embrace the future. You give it up. It's you. Don't
Maybe
even
I'm just
bother
old-fashioned. I'm a writer by profession, and so whenever I text, I'm using all the proper verbiage and the punctuation and stuff.
Me too,
However, I have learned to put in that stupid exclamation mark because I have gotten texts back where it's like, "What's the matter with you? because I used a period. Are you having a bad day? Well, not.
We're in the age
Now
where
I am.
literally means figuratively now.
Ugh.
So you might as well get over it.
So when I talk to Siri, I always say period,
Yeah, me too.
Exclamation.
Well, otherwise it's a giant run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Which is what it's supposed to be, apparently.
That's stupid.
The world is stupid.
So there's a let me, how can I tell this joke? So there's a
If you
Russian.
have to think about it, it's gonna suck.
There's a Russian. There's an Englishman and a white guy, and they're sitting around thinking of the and we'll get back to the list of things you can give up for Lent. But first, and they're talking about the greatest invention of all time, and the Russian said, "I believe the greatest invention of all time is vodka. Vodka. You drink vodka. We drink vodka." Englishman, I would have to disagree with that. I would have to say the greatest invention of all time would be the double-decker bus. You can carry a great deal of people sightseeing, and well, I guess I disagree with both of y'all. So the best invention of all time is the thermos. Thermos. Yeah. Well, yeah, it keeps hot things hot, keeps cold things cold, and they're both looking at me. Yeah. So, hey, but how do it know? What?
Are you sure that didn't start out as a blonde joke before?
How do it know? It's actually, there were different ethnicities in there, but if you make it a white guy, it's totally fine. Let's see.
Totally acceptable racist joke of the day.
Right, brought to you by Cat Coolers. They're so proud.
Oh, yeah.
Cat Coolers, by the way, are rugged. They can take a joke. They can take a drop. They can take a whooping.
I like that.
And they're still going to keep your ice cold.
They have a sense of humor.
Yes, they do.
All right, everything can be super hot and heated on the outside, but inside they remain cool and calm.
Ice cold, just like my ex-wife. I didn't say which one for those attorneys listening.
Hey, those coolers are badass.
Oh, they are.
They look cool too.
Really thick walled.
Yeah.
And didn't you say, Brad, it kept your ice for
it'll keep
like
your
a
ice cold
period of days, right?
Yes, it will. Yeah. We did at the other place. I tested one, and it was, literally days later, like 5 days until they maybe moved the cooler. The ice was still in the cooler. It's amazing what Cat Cooler. If you go to catcoolers.com, you can actually see the different colors that you can get. You can get it any color you want as long as it's white, black, yellow, or camouflage.
Yeah, and the camouflage actually looks really cool too.
It does.
By the way. It's like a different kind of camouflage, and I really like it. It's the kind that if you needed to hide it, you could, but you could also see it if you want.
Yes, absolutely. So go to catcoolers.com and use the promo code Brandon, and you get a 10% discount.
Yeah. So I'm giving you a 10% discount.
You are
a
hell of a guy.
I am.
You want to help
very
people
generous.
keep their ice cold on the inside.
That's right. I want you to go to a tailgate. I want you to be the most popular person there with the coolest looking cooler. All right. I want you to have the coolest cooler.
Yes.
Temperature wise as well. Yep. Okay. And they're a little bit customizable.
And by the way, I did go to Amazon just to see. Same price.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not like they're jacking the price up on you and then giving you 10% off.
Catcoolers.
Yeah.
Cat.com.
Yeah.
All right, promo code Brandon.
All right, so back to the things you can give up for Lent. This again is from Life Teen magazine, which these are some unusual things. They're weird things you can give up or stop doing. Stop complaining. We talked about that one. Give up texting, call whenever you need to. Okay, don't use utensils.
What?
What am I
going to do with my spoon or my my chopstick earbuds?
Oh, that was great. Yeah, so Brandon sends me this. It wasn't really a meme. It was just
it was a product.
It was earbuds.
How does that
wireless earbuds with chopsticks attached to them?
Are you so sick and tired of showing up at Chinese restaurants without chopsticks?
Right.
But are you also all the time listening to your earbuds?
Right.
You don't look like a douche enough. What you need to do is put some chopsticks on the edge of those little earbud thingies so that you're prepared no matter where you go.
Exactly. It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
So but those would technically be the utensils you'd have to give up. Just saying.
Yeah.
You could give away 10 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and a pair of shoes. As a teen, that would be, at my age, I'm like, please get rid of it all.
I actually have a very minimalist lifestyle. You know, before I moved in with my fiance, like if you walked into my apartment building, I didn't even have like a coffee table really.
Nice.
You know, I had like my TV was on a stand.
Good.
You know, because I was a nomad, so I moved a lot.
Ready to get, as soon as they catch up to you with a felony warrant, you're out.
Exactly. I gotta leave. I'm sorry, it's time to go. But I didn't really. I lived light.
And that's a good way to live.
And so if I gave up 10 of my outfits in any direction, whether it be pants or shirts, I would be pretty much wearing the same thing over and over and over again every day. I'd become like a cartoon character.
I would hate it to wear the same shirt every day.
Yeah, that would suck, Brad.
I would just hate it. It's a damn jacket. When you wake up, jump out of bed, kiss the floor, and learn humility.
I walk on that. So does my dog, and my dog uses the restroom outside.
That's the whole humility part. That's not a bad thing.
I guess
not
it's
a bad
not
thing.
All right, yeah, you do you. That's what I say.
This is a little less extreme on the outfit side. Wear the same 4 outfits for all of Lent.
Brad has got that covered.
Well, and again, as a teenager, that would be serious fashion faux pas.
Yeah, that would
just
be
didn't
really
give a damn.
bad. Is this for millennials? Like, is that?
Well, it's from lifeteen.com.
Oh,
so
Lifeteen.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Have you not been listening?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brad.
Whatever. Every day, do 20 or 100 push-ups and offer it up for someone who's sick.
Oh, okay.
I guess I
didn't realize that. What are you giving up there?
You're doing 20 or 100 push-ups, first of all, which that's giving up your...
Those result in gains, son.
Well, it's kind of like the
gains.
It's parking, as far away from the front door as you can. It's that whole thing. You can leave a Post-it with a positive message on it wherever you go. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
You're giving up some of your time to make somebody feel. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
You can cut out all screen time, phone, TV, computer after dinner.
Impossible. Oh, after dinner. After dinner?
That's the key word there. After dinner.
That would be a tough one.
Yeah,
that would be a tough one. Yeah. And nothing I like better after dinner than just kind of sitting up in front of the TV and just relaxing,
Right?
getting my mind off
Bloating.
things.
Bloating
Not
up.
just bloating it up. Yeah.
Could use your weekends to babysit for free. It's not a bad idea.
If you're a teen.
You don't want to babysit. Ask your 15-year-old daughter. I'll babysit her for you for free.
We dog sit sometimes.
Don't straighten or curl your hair.
Well, I am just done.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know how long it takes to look like this in the morning?
You think this
Just
is
about a minute
easy?
and a half.
You think it just happens?
You did kind of startle me without the shirt on.
Thank you.
The
And
plaid shirt.
finally, every day take a picture of something or someone you're grateful for and hang the pictures in your room. I like that too. See? Now you get it.
I love you, Brad.
It's your Daily Mojo.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50.
Few topics get the blood boiling on either side, quite like illegal immigration and the idea that most of these people are fleeing horrific violence back home. For those that believe violence is driving what is happening at our southern border, a just-released study contains some really bad news for you. The Center for Immigration Studies just released a study on murder rates and border crossings from 2011 to 2017 for El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. The conclusion? There is no correlation between violence and border crossing increases from those 3 countries. Now, I'm always hesitant to quote CIS numbers because they too have an agenda, but in this case, it is simple and transparent math at work. What is noted by the study then? First, it debunks the myth of increasing violence, as murder rates have largely decreased. In Honduras, that's gone from 86.5 per 100,000 to 42.8. In Guatemala, the rate has gone from 38.6 per 100,000 to 19. Now, El Salvador was a bit more difficult to understand, tipping to a low of 40 per 100,000 in 2013, swinging back to 100 per 100,000 by 2016, and finally ending at 60 in 2017. That's just half the story, though, because as those murder rates were going down, guess what was going up? You win a fabulous version of the home game of By the Numbers if you guessed border crossings were going up. In Honduras, there were around 10,000 border crossers in 2011, and that number quadrupled to over 40,000 by 2017. Guatemala saw nearly the same thing, starting out at just under 20,000 and ending up at about 65,000. El Salvador saw a 5 times increase from 10,000 to 50,000 in that same span. Murders go down, border crossings go up. That certainly flies in the face of the prevailing narrative these days. But don't let pesky facts get in the way of a good narrative. This has been By the Numbers. I'm Andrew Coppins, and you can follow me on Twitter at The Coppins Show.
By the Numbers with Andrew Coppins is powered by TarRiverArms.com. They've revolutionized online firearm sales with high-resolution pictures, 3D imaging, and the best prices. How much will you save? Find out at TarRiverArms.com. That's TarRiverArms.com.
The Daily Mojo.
Wayne 007 says that, is that you, Brandon Morse, do a kick-ass Mitch Hedberg impression.
Thank you. That is very nice of you to say.
Whatchamacallit tweeted, and I was always told you couldn't mail yourself home. Doc just proved you can. You can never go home. Yes, you can. Right there on the front porch next to an Amazon box. Josh Kemp tweeted, the only way a real Brad Staggs can hit a hole in a shower is in a shower. And as always, real Ron Phillips blows toilets up. I see what you did there. Let's see. DMXDM, just in case anyone asks, Doc Thompson's Bacon Blast will not include any actual or artificial Doc Thompson. Damn it.
That's a South Park episode, by the way, where Kenny dies. For those of you who do watch South, Kenny dies, and they keep his ashes in an urn. And then the boys found out that they won some kind of like candy store like what did they call it? But anyway, they could go in and they could like get as much candy as they want within 5 minutes. And so they realized that they gave Kenny the tickets, so they had to go in and they tried to get the tickets from Kenny's urn. And they got pissed off because all they found what they thought was like Nesquik.
Wow.
And so Eric Cartman takes it and mixes it in with milk.
Oh, that's like Monty Python when they did the Graham Chapman roast.
Yes.
And had him on the and they spilled him and then swept him up and vacuumed him up with. I still wonder if that was really him. I bet it was.
I bet it was.
I'll bet it was too.
I bet it was him.
They used a dustbuster to suck part of him up.
That's freaking hysterical.
Lori F&D said, my mother's ashes came back to me in a Maxwell House can. She always wanted to be good to the last drop. Not kidding, she says.
She's still the best part of waking up.
Yeah, there you go. And Lori D was supposed to call in today, but apparently she had this thing called a job.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I mean, I think I've heard it's one of those places that you get paid to do stuff.
Is it even pronounced? Are you pronouncing it correctly?
Could be yob.
Is it yob?
It could be yob.
Or hub?
It could be that
a Spanish
too.
word.
It could absolutely be that.
Hob.
By the way, if you haven't yet gone to the Rich Solution and bought something yet, you're just a horrible human being.
Yeah, like what are you
really
even doing on the planet?
Waste of skin. But
stupid.
If you really want to lead a healthy lifestyle, number one, find yourself some good stuff at therichsolution.com, and then also make sure that you, in fact, join the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge. You can go to the Doc Thompson Daily Mojo Facebook page. It's pinned to the top. You join that group, and I think we'll have Gwen back on the show tomorrow to talk about the next steps. It's basically just it's kind of like the Lent thing almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing some little baby steps for living a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I mean, if your goal is to, it's quality of life. If your goal is to have a better quality of life,
yeah. I
mean, we can't extend it. I guess we could. Yeah. No, we can't. But if your goal is to have a better quality of life, then that's what this the healthy lifestyle challenge is all about. Word. I went and bought some dark chocolate.
Yeah.
At Costco, I got the dark chocolate with coconut stuff. So I'm not. I know. Now I'm not sure if eating the entire package is what the intent was, but it's really, really good. So
I for the longest time, as a kid, I couldn't stand dark chocolate. I didn't understand the purpose of it.
It's good.
But as you get older, you start to really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say, there is a dark chocolate that they sell at Trader Joe's.
Really?
That'll rock your world, son. Yeah.
Is there a Trader Joe's around here?
There is, I don't know if there is, but they're filthy at Dallas. Like there's one on every corner. There's got Starbucks.
All right.
In Dallas.
I'll go look.
Yeah. But go to Trader. They have like an entire selection of dark chocolate there that'll just, it'll make you pleased. It'll please you.
Like that.
It'll please you some.
Not to be confused with sexual chocolate.
That is not.
That's
not
over at APR Coffee. But yeah, so go to therichsolution.com and get yourself. I've been taking the supplements and I feel fabulous. Feel me. Do I feel fabulous?
Let me just take a feel. Oh my word!
I feel fabulous.
The fabulousness is coming off of you.
I know. Yes, it is.
That's true.
Richsolution.com, and make sure that you join the Healthy Lifestyle Challenge there on Facebook, and we'll tell you what to do next. It involves chanting and we'll get
and
to
doing
that
this
later.
a lot.
Yeah, raising your hands in the air like you just don't care. Walmart greeters, man, they're apparently they're going away or they're changing. What? Did you see that?
Walmart greeters are going away.
Yes, the many, only if you're disabled. Many disabled Walmart greeters are being replaced by customer hosts.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Are they changing the name to customer host, or is it like they are getting rid of the people in wheelchairs and stuff who
pretty much? Yeah. The tradition of being welcomed to Walmart by blue-vested people greeters will soon change at stores across the nation. The officials confirmed last week that greeters, many of whom are disabled, will be replaced by people who function.
Oh, my.
They will be replaced by customer hosts.
Oh.
Yeah, this is...
That's going to create a little bit of a stir,
it's
folks.
not going over well. The hosts, part of a program that the world's largest retailer started in 2015, will still greet customers, but they will have added and more physically demanding responsibilities.
Like what? Getting a buggy?
Maybe. As we strive to constantly improve the experience for our customers, we will need to adjust roles from time to time. We've recently shared our plans to change the responsibilities of the people greeter role in some stores, and that involves associates with disabilities in some cases. The Associated Press reported that the affected associates were told last week that their positions would be eliminated on April 26 for the host roles. To qualify to be a host, they need to be able to lift 25-pound packages, climb ladders.
Oh.
There you go. And stand for long periods of time.
That just sounds like an employee. Like the people roaming the halls to help you whenever you need help.
Yes.
So, but the Walmart greeter guy.
Right.
I don't understand. Do they just have a whole bunch of them standing around? It's like, can you accompany me through the store and help me get things? Is that what this?
I guess. I
mean, I understand that it's not a bad idea, but I mean, at the same time, you gotta take the job from the dude in the wheelchair whose entire job was to make me feel welcome whenever I walk into the store.
He was there to make sure you didn't steal anything on the way out.
Well, he did a crap job. I mean, I never stole anything from
I can
Walmart.
outrun the guy in the wheelchair, no problem. I mean, that was easy. Really, I mean, that's what it all goes back to. Is stores found that if they said hello, if you said hello to a customer coming through the door, it did two things. It made would-be thieves realize, oh crap, they're watching me.
Yeah,
because they like to sneak in. People who steal stuff like to sneak in unnoticed and do their thing and sneak back out unnoticed. So if you notice them, then they're less likely to steal stuff.
Right.
And then like at Costco, when they check your receipt to make sure it's accurate.
Right.
They're just making sure you didn't like load up a case of televisions up underneath your cart.
Right.
The television? Oh, how'd that get there? I don't know.
I have no idea.
But yeah, so with Walmart, I mean, it wasn't about the hello, welcome. It was about are you going to steal something? Just saying.
I'm watching you, son.
Uh-huh.
I will get up out of this wheelchair.
But they are at least doing this humanely. They say they are extending the current 60-day greeter transition period for associates with disabilities while they explore the circumstances and potential accommodations for each individual that can be made within each store. Wow, they should go into politics.
Yeah, wow. That is some like PC sounding way of like firing you. That's what.
Oh, let's see here. Hang on a minute. You know what that calls for?
What does that call for?
That calls for the new age bullshit generator.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, entity, look within and empower yourself. How should you navigate this enlightened planet? The cosmos is calling to you via a resonance cascade. Can you hear it? We must learn how to lead non-dual lives in the face of dogma. The future will be a joyous ennobling of intuition. Gaia will align with us. A high-frequency science. Who are we? Where on the great mission will we be aligned? Humankind has nothing to lose. We are in the midst of an infinite flowering of chi that will clear a path toward the nexus itself.
That's true.
I mean, how many times just today have I said that very same thing?
If I had a nickel for every time you brought it up,
right,
I would have at least 8 nickels.
Right. So I finished the. Do I have to? Let's see. Hold on. I don't want to screw our next. No. Let's see. Hold on. Make sure that I got. Oh, TRE guns. Do have to tell you about TRE guns. Sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry I have to tell you about them. I just sorry that I neglected to. And anyway, go to TREguns.com. The world needs more good guys with guns. It really does.
Yep, I agree with that.
There's no shortage of bad guys with guns. The good guys need to outweigh the bad guys.
True story. That's true.
It's absolutely true. Thank you. Thank you. We raise our hands in the air like we just don't care. But at TRA Guns, you will find when you head there, I mean, you'll see it's obvious when you get there. It's the most convenient gun store on the planet. Nay, I say, the most convenient gun store in the entire universe. Nay, I say, the most convenient gun store in the universe of universes.
Oh, my word. So intergalactic travel, they come to TRAguns.com.
Yes.
To buy their 1911s.
Thank you.
Yes.
When the Millennium Falcon comes to Earth, they stop first at TRA Guns.
I've seen it.
I mean, you can shop from space.
Where do you think Chewbacca got his bowcaster from?
Just saying. If you are in the market for a gun, you can see these guns in beautiful 360-degree awesomeness. You can spin them around. They are all, each day they add more that you can spin around. You can see exactly how sometimes how little effort the guys there put into cleaning the guns. It's like, dudes, could you not use a little more Windex? I mean, I see a fingerprint on it. You can see specks of dust. It's
that's how high quality the camera is.
High res.
You can literally see the fibers that they do use when they clean the gun sticking on the gun. It's pretty detailed. Yeah. So that's where you want to go is TRAguns.com to pick up your next 1911 because you deserve a gun. Yes. I think you deserve a gun.
I have the 1912.
He has a 1912.
It's one better than the 1911.
Yeah, that's actually true. Brad he's an upscale kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I am. That's how I roll.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to bring in my I'm going to bring in A. I didn't say it was mine.
Your
A. Might not be mine.
One of
Smith and Wesson. Yeah, could be. There are many like it. This one, however, is mine.
Yeah,
I'll bring that in for you to play with.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. That's the kind of guy I am. TRAguns.com. TRAguns.com. Now, finished up Leaving Neverland last night.
Oh, you did. You finished it.
So you never finished.
I never finished it. I couldn't sit down and keep going with it.
I think I decided, and there's a show that HBO has right after it, or you can watch along with it, called After Neverland that Oprah Winfrey hosts.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, after watching the thing with Oprah Winfrey, she believes it.
Yeah.
She was. It was fairly obvious. She had the two guys on, and she had an audience full of people who had been sexually abused.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony Edwards, he was in the audience.
Really?
He's gotten old. The rest of, I mean, like me, I haven't, but he has. He's gotten old. The one guy, his last name is Safechuck.
Yeah. Which, by the way, unfortunate last name.
It really kind of is. The other dude, Wade.
Yeah,
his name?
Wade. I forget his last name, but he
choreographer for NSYNC
and Britney Spears, and
actually
he's
the guy that boffed
Britney Spears while she was dating Justin Timberlake. And you know what? If his story is true, you deserve to boink Britney Spears.
I'm trying to decide if I'd go through that as a reward for this. Let me tell you, the one dude, and Wade is his name. He is a little farther along in the healing process. I tend to believe them because, as Oprah said last night, they're coming for us. They're going to come for me, for you, because you cannot. I didn't really think about this, but you can't go after somebody like Michael Jackson. There are still a lot of people who.
Oh, of course.
He is a god, little g to them.
Well, no, that is 100. You took right. He is what I call American royalty, because there are citizens in the United States who are above you when it comes to what they can get away with, what they can do.
Absolutely.
For the longest time, if what they're saying is true, Michael Jackson literally had a system where he would have his people go out and find little kids. And they would send him videos of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So that he could invite them over to his home and have sex with them.
Yeah.
He had people do. Remember, this is not the age of YouTube. He had people go out and find these kids, and he would film them. And the parents and everyone it would be like an audition.
And the parents,
but it kind of was, but not for what you think.
And the parents, the mothers of these two guys, they feel a tremendous sense of guilt. One of the guys has forgiven his mom, I think. The other one is still working on it.
Yeah.
Safechuck, he looks sad.
Yeah.
I mean, his face, man, is just.
Yeah.
Phew.
I'm surprised that Oprah is actually delving into this like she is.
She says she was abused in her childhood too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. And I can't remember which family member she said did it. I think it was a family member. But
that sucks.
That sucks. Gotta do it. Yeah, the accusations are horrendous, and if in fact they are true, I tend to believe these guys because why would you at this point in time put yourself out there and subject yourself to? They're getting death threats.
Yeah,
they're getting hate mail, hate emails, hate social media, blah blah blah.
Well, I never put it past anybody to endure that kind of thing for cash or a spotlight, which could result in cash. I mean, you have to think that nowadays
but they were 7 and I see what you're saying. Put themselves out there now for the money.
Right.
I don't think there's any money involved though.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that.
This Dan Reed, he did the producer of it. He just says he saw the story because he saw the lawsuit. They dismissed the lawsuit that one of the guys brought in 2015, saying it was, I think, it passed the statute of limitations, something. So didn't get any money. The producer, if I'm not mistaken, saw the story and just wanted to tell the story.
And if I'm not mistaken, there were settlements out of court with some other people too.
Okay, yeah, and there may have been. I don't know.
Here's where we get into dicey water though, because whenever you have somebody, this is kind of like a domino effect, all right? Whenever one famous person goes to court for a certain thing, like I would say, like sexual abuse, for instance, you're going to have a whole bunch of people follow along, like, oh, I too was also sexually abused.
Are you suggesting the Me Too movement was one of those situations?
I would never suggest that feminists went out there to do anything nasty and screw people over for attention or money. I would never suggest that because as we know that they are pure as the driven snow.
Sure.
In this Michael Jackson case, there probably were claims that were brought against Michael Jackson that were not true at all. I always suspect that at least when it comes to the deluge of accusations, you're going to have a handful of them that are completely false. However, it is interesting to me that you have these two guys telling essentially what is essentially the same story.
Yeah. But then on the flip side of the coin, you got the Macaulay Culkins of the world saying that he went and there was never a problem.
Right.
And again, to be fair, these guys had during the trial, they had testified for Michael Jackson, saying that they, everything was cool.
That is also true, and that also kind of makes me wonder. But now, I'm not saying that what they're saying is completely false. However, there are things that I'm into the idea of questioning everything, make sure that you're not just buying everything at face value. There is some interesting things that I wonder if behind the scenes they came forward both suddenly at the same time,
right?
Which I thought was weird. And from what I understand, there was some behind the scenes urging, if you will.
From like the producers of the documentary?
I don't know from who, but I heard about cash payments being exchanged or something like that for them to come forward.
Which is entirely possible.
Maybe it's possible. It is entirely possible that happened. But with that in mind, I think the evidence stacks against Jackson a little bit too much. All right. I do think that at some point in time, this is just my opinion, I don't have proof, but I do think that at some point in time, he, due to his condition, his child abuse, his not having a childhood at all, things like that. Yeah. He was a very odd fellow. That in his darker moments, he did do something. His sexuality expressed itself toward the thing that he wanted most.
Right. And it's, and again, how horrible would it be, and not excusing any of the behavior, but how horrible would it be to be sexually attracted to kids?
Oh, yeah.
It would just be, that's not something you choose.
No.
And it's like anything else in this world. It's not the desire, it's the act.
I would say that when it comes to pedophilia, something had to have happened to you as a kid, or
I would think so,
or that drove you to that. And I, as much as here's my problem though, is as much as I want to feel sorry for them,
right?
You're having sex with kids, son. You're getting off with about children. I kind of want to kill you. And so,
if they were to go to prison, that's pretty much
what happens.
Yes, that's what happens.
That's what happens. You're done.
It is like the most heinous mean, you can kill your grandmother and go to prison and not get the treatment that you would, unless you're Jeffrey Dahmer and you eat people.
Well, that's
then you're probably like a step above pedophilia.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. In either case, they're not going to treat your life is not going to end well in prison.
No, it will not. They will kill you there.
It's going to be
a guy
and
recently did die in prison because he was convicted of child molestation. Apparently, he went to prison and they found out that he had done some bad things with a child, and that's why he was there. And his cellmate killed him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing that it's almost the unforgivable sin, even amongst the prison population.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you don't want to be, is a child molester in prison.
Right.
But these guys, I don't know. I can't see them. I mean, it's ruined a great portion of they interviewed their wives.
Yeah.
And the wives told the story of how it's just, it's screwed with their relationship, their marriage. And it wasn't until, at least with the Robeson guy, Wade Robeson, it was when he had a son.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it kicked in
for him. Yeah, I did see that part. And here's the other thing. I would totally see. I think that Michael Jackson would have the network capable of keeping him safe from lawsuits about it, or even just like, his PR. Yeah. You have to think that his PR team was fire at the time. All right. He was the most popular man in entertainment. He's the king of pop. All right. He was more famous than the Beatles, and
who said they were more famous than Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. And they, look what happened to them.
Right.
Yoko Ono. But yeah, no, do I think that he had the power to keep that stuff under wraps for as long as he did? Absolutely. He is American royalty. He is the kind of person in the United States that could literally get away with murder. All right. You have all sorts of people who do stuff all the time. What's up,
I started to say, but look at R. Kelly.
Yeah.
He when you're at that level of, I guess
he's going down though.
Well, he's going down. Yeah. Right. But the bottom line is when you're at that level, people protect you.
Yes.
They just don't protect you from yourself.
Well, it's because you're the money machine.
Absolutely.
The people who protect you have a vested interest in you continuing doing what you do. Because they don't want to lose their source of income.
And when it comes to being a pop culture figure,
and they all do it thinking that they're helping the person.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they tell themselves.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And when you're a pop culture figure like R. Kelly or Michael Jackson or something even like Hillary Clinton, who was at least a pop culture figure, people will rise up to take bullets for you. You will become protected by the court of public opinion, which I hate to say it, even in the United States, has a lot of weight in how we handle the system. All right. Hillary Clinton literally had dealings with Russia. We have that on paper. But will she suffer for it?
No.
No, not a day. Not one day.
No.
Nothing will happen to Hillary Clinton.
And if you read the, was it Inside the Clinton White House? One of those books about the days of the Clinton presidency, he would sneak out in the back of the limo. He'd have when he was governor, he would have his limo sneak him off the lot basically while he was hiding on the back floor of the car, covered over, so he'd get out of there and go do his thing. And they all covered for him.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So it's the same system. Again, I refer to Kevin Bacon in his statement. It's easy to get laid if you're famous.
Yes.
When you're not famous, that's when it takes skill.
One of my favorite things that was said recently was by Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. He is. You guys know who Ed Sheeran is.
Oh
right?
yeah.
All right, so Ed Sheeran, he I don't know what reporter or magazine was talking to, I can't remember, but it was the funniest freaking thing. But I was like, this is fame. If you've ever seen Ed Sheeran, he's not an attractive guy.
No, he really isn't.
He is not an attractive guy. He's short, he's awkward looking, he's ginger.
Yeah.
All right, he's got all sorts of stuff working against him. Homeboy, he during an interview goes, yeah, I worked my way through Taylor Swift's entire entourage. And at the end he goes, it wasn't hard. That's what fame can do for you.
Yes.
That's what fame does for you.
Wow.
All right.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
That is the world in which we live.
Yeah.
Should we wrap this bitch up?
Let's wrap this
20
bitch up.
minutes, let's go.
That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, the end of Doc Thompson's Daily Mojo. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned that peeping through a mail slot is only a misdemeanor. I'm safe. We learned that walking the dog has a totally different meaning in Seal Beach, California. Hey-oh. And we learned that bigassdildos.com could have been my retirement plan, but somebody else got there first. Damn it. All right. The Brandon Morse, what, if anything, did you learn today?
I learned that I can do anything I want so long as I claim afterward that I am a Greek god.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right.
That is absolutely true.
Right.
That is absolutely, that has been proven.
Yes, it
okay.
has.
That has been tested and
I like
tried,
that.
and
I
it
like
is
that.
true. What else? What else did I learn today? I kind of walked away understanding that if you are going to go through with a joke,
yes,
at least try to make it a big one.
Well, there's that. Who was it that said, when you're ever going to tell a joke, start the joke, move through the joke, and never, ever apologize for making the joke?
That's right. Yeah.
Who was that said that?
Was that Doc Thompson?
I
think it was Doc Thompson who might have said that.
But how do it know? But how do it know? Thank you.
I was trying to make a reference to this, but I couldn't quite get there. So I've learned today that I'm not good at making jokes up on the fly, which is weird because I'm an improv student.
See? You just have to. You have to be fearless.
You have
to be able to put it out there and not care if it falls flat on its face.
I also learned that Taylor Swift's entourage is very easy. Let's go with that.
But is Taylor easy? That's the question.
Well, apparently she is, because she's had like what, a bajillion boyfriends. She just kind of goes through them like toilet paper.
She needs stuff to write songs about.
That's exactly true.
Wow. What if anything did the Jackhole Nation learn today?
The Jackhole Nation learned that cognitive dissonance will also allow you to fail to see the truth right in front of you. Surely Michael manipulated his people into protecting. Oh, they're being very serious right now. Apparently, we're not off the Michael thing.
We
yet.
just talked about pedophilia.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we gotta. It's hard to transition from we're talking very seriously about child molestation. Now we're going to talk about jokes about what we learned.
You just never know what you're going to get on the Daily Mojo. That's the beauty of said Daily Mojo.
Yeah. Well, people really love the fact that apparently I got Chewbacca's bowcaster weapon correct. They love me for that. You're all a bunch of nerds.
Is that a euphemism? just saying. I mean, in this day and age, anything is absolutely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is coming up on your program, the Morse code, later today?
Well, I got to tell you, Brad, nothing. Nothing.
I'm not going to replay today.
It's a replay today, so you're going to listen to us again for the second time, and you should, because
I
like a movie, there might be some nuances.
That is not nothing. That is definitely a something.
That is everything.
That is what we call an encore presentation.
That's right.
And that, my friends, is priceless.
That's right.
When you break it down, that is just absolutely priceless. What is the loud one have coming up next, by the way?
He's probably going to yell about stuff.
That's going to be unusual for him.
I don't know why we would think that he would.
He got into it early yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah, he was yelling
just
before
right out
3
the
minutes
gate.
were up.
He was screaming about something. Yeah, I heard him yammering about he was whatever it was. It was loud.
I believe he's going to ask where Ruth Bader Ginsburg is.
There you go. Well, all right. We'll get to those new numbers on procrastination as soon as Doc Thompson returns from his vacation. Your Daily Mojos today, Ron Phillips production. Wherever you go, whatever you do, live by the 5 rules, and you have the shot of being right and being happy. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are.